Hello, everyone. I'm joined tonight.
Ew.
You get to say it. I see how it is.
Yeah, I get to say it, but you don't. That's the great part about being a woman is you can get away with a lot of things.
Not fair. Not
Not
fair.
fair. I wish I was a woman.
This is inequitable.
Oh man, this is already turning off. This is already turning out shitty. Let's fucking go.
Nyaru, we're noticing there's a problem on stream.
Oh no, what's the problem?
The bands on your hat are missing.
Okay. Let me go find a different hat. God damn it.
No, it's okay. I probably messed up the chroma key.
No, I think that's because the color is really close. That
Can you pick one with
it was
blue
gonna
bands?
happen regardless.
I think this one is black.
Yeah.
You should pick blue.
Yeah. No, I got you. Talk to everyone while I figure this out.
Hello, everyone. Jajolian cosplay. Gappy's here, guys. We got Gappy. Hello, everyone. It's me, Sorrel Souffle. We're joined by Nyaru tonight. Tonight? Oh, I guess it depends on where you are. If you're in, I don't know, France, it's tonight. But if you're anywhere else, it's
that's big.
I like the way it just slid off your head. It's still see-through.
Still see through.
In
Okay,
fact,
yeah.
we can see through part of your skull now.
I can't use blue. I actually go for something black, probably.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
No, let me fix your chroma key. I'll actually just straight up.
No. It's because the chroma key is very close to the color. That's why. That's why that's happening.
Filters. Give me a second. We're filtering.
I'm gonna filter you. I'm already filtered by all this.
Okay, it should work now. I turned down similarity a bit.
Okay.
It's still kind of purple.
Let me try with that other one. Let me try. Purple.
But
how's that look?
Yeah, it looks good now. It fixed it.
I like this one. That's why.
All better. All better.
All better.
Okay, let me read chat here. I should probably put music on or something, but we're gonna be talking the whole time. I don't know if that's needed.
Who's that man in the background?
Who's that man? I don't know. He's driving a boat though.
He looks pretty cool.
He's got enough lifeboats for 8, or not lifeboats, life jackets for 8 though.
What do you think his day job is?
What I think his day job is? I think he drives a boat.
Well, but what kind of service does he provide with the boat?
He delivers life jackets.
He delivers life jackets?
Yeah.
To who?
Life jacket purchasers.
It's good to know that there's a market out there where someone can just randomly go out.
He delivers them. He goes for hundreds of miles.
He's the Uber.
It's 3-day shipping.
It's 3-day shipping. He's the Uber Eats of life jackets.
And it's environmentally friendly because there's no packaging.
Let's go.
There's no plastic or bubble wrap or styrofoam nuggets that get thrown in the trash and get buried in the landfill for 10 million years.
I love messing with those. I'll be real with you. The styrofoam nuggets.
Have you ever eaten a styrofoam nugget?
Why would I eat one?
Have you ever put
I just
one in your
breaking them
mouth?
in half because I like the no. Have you?
No. I just had to make sure.
Because you already ate dog treats.
I didn't eat dog treats. That's a different guy. That wasn't me.
I ate a dog treat. It was really nasty.
You did eat a dog treat. That's base. I have not eaten a dog treat, Lechef. Nyaru loves throwing car batteries in the seat. That is true. His name is Leon. Leon did it.
I can't even swim.
Can't even swim. I have bad news for this stream because you do have to go outside and swim. That's something I had planned.
Oh no.
I did have we did have the search and rescue segment of the stream, and I guess we can't do that anymore. Thanks, Nyaru.
You're welcome.
Time to check out the. Oh, let me go up this. I'm sorry. Let me go up this real quick. Let me go up this chat because there's a lot of chat messages that I didn't read. There's a lot more than usual. Let's see. Dummy boat boy from you. Boats combine sounds. That's true. Hello, Nezu, by the way.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Time to check out Battleship Texas. I heard we're talking boats. Are they big armored boats? Some of them are. I may have tricked Nyaru that we're doing all kinds of boats. A little bit of everything.
From casual recreational boats to
yeah.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
It's big and it should.
I know.
Big Nyaru.
I'm fixing. There we go. I am prepared.
The life jackets. It's back. It's back. I'm watching this on my
I am
stream.
prepared.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. Let's see. Are we talking about Dunkake? Yeah. Yeah. We'll check that out. I like Dunk. I like Dunkek.
What's the dunk crack? Tell me.
It's okay. We're gonna get to that after I do the first thing that I have set up. So we're gonna. Which one is this? Is this Vivaldi.exe? That should be it. Boom. Okay.
Boom.
So we have a little bit of stuff. You see, we have a Kahoot in the corner. We'll be playing Kahoot later. But
and everyone can play along.
Oh, my PNG is a little bit high. I need to move it down like 2 pixels. 3 for good measure.
I'm so glad that you're like that too, because I'm just like, oh, like right now, I see like I'm not that close to the screen, so I'm gonna scoot myself a little bit closer so I can look in proportion.
Oh, you're good. I'll move myself over a little bit more too. Alright. There we go.
All right.
So I just saw this on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Oh my god, it's twitter.com.
Yeah, I saw this on Twitter and I wanted to see what it was. It's PETA, rise tarnished, and bear witness to the amazing animals of the lands between. Only like one of them and I would call it amazing, personally. Here are the top 5 things you should do in Elden Ring.
Why is PETA telling us the top 5 things we should do in Elden Ring? What are the top 5 things to do in Elden Ring?
Win the game. Let's see. Oh, that's really loud.
Isn't Elden Ring very, like, hard?
Take your dogs for a lovely walk around the lake. That's one way to avoid hurting the horse, I guess.
I can't see it. It's all delayed on my end.
I saw.
Screen.
Oh crap! I forgot about that. Check out an animal sanctuary.
Check out an animal sanctuary.
Where's Vivaldi?
Is there a sanctuary but for boats, Sorrel?
Yeah, it's called Battleship Cove. It's in Massachusetts.
Oh wait, that's a legit thing.
It's basically a sanctuary. They have like 20 boats.
Oh.
They have like an absurd number of boats. I think if the animals don't respect you...
Go vegan. It's just like a fucking lobster. Hold on. I need a screenshot. I need a screenshot of that. Go wait, do a screenshot.
You've gone once and it's so cool.
Oh my god. I'm gonna eat some good ass lobster after this. I'm gonna go to Costco, go get me a lobster and just chow down on that tonight.
I don't know if you talked about where you're at. How expensive is lobster there?
Well, fish in general, because like in Colorado, like, you know, we're like the far. No, yeah. No, it's fine. In Colorado, like there's no water. We're like the nearest water, I think is like 500 miles. Yeah, like we have rivers and stuff like that, so we get like trout and like you know, like the regular river fish. But if you want like actual good sea fish, the stuff over here is actually not that good. I got sick eating sushi like a year ago because it was just not fresh, and it cannot stay fresh the more you go inland. So I have trust issues with fish here.
What a horrible place to live where you can't get delicious Maryland blue crabs whenever you want. Though they're expensive for half the year.
I still want some. Like, I gotta go to like Costco if I want to like get some decent fish, because like the supermarkets here, like you can tell it's still not fresh, even though they say it's fresh. It's just not. It just doesn't work like that anymore, sadly. I can't believe it. Go vegan is a fucking Elden Ring lobster. That shit still gets me.
I wonder in Elden Ring. I don't know how much you've done, if you've done any.
I've done no Elden Ring. I have not touched that game.
There's these towers where there's a little puzzle where you have to find 3 ghost turtles and slap them with your sword, but they're not like real turtles. They're like magic fake ghost turtles that disappear when you slap them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Would PETA do those to unlock the goodies inside the tower?
No, they would probably just tell them go free and feed them like a little piece of lettuce.
You can do that?
I wish. I would feed the turtle before I bonk them.
At least normally.
Have you ever actually touched a turtle?
Yeah, I held a sea turtle.
What did it feel like to you?
The sea turtle or a normal turtle?
Sea turtle.
Kind of like a sea turtle. It was just kind of like leathery. It's very weird.
Leathery? But did you touch the shell or like the head?
You grabbed the shell. I don't think they would have. It was at a place in oh god, where is this? Not Cozumel. Grand Cayman. Is it a place in Grand Cayman that's like a turtle sanctuary place or something, and also like a zoo. And they raise baby sea turtles and then put them outside when they're grown up.
I went to Hawaii to like another sanctuary place, and they let me pet the turtle head because it was like a little baby.
It was a little baby.
He was
they would have.
He was slimy. He was very slimy, and I was like, "Wow, these are they're very slimy." Then again, he just came out of the water. I don't know if it was
like just wet, dude.
Water slime. Yeah, it was just wet, but he was slimy.
Hello, Zia-san. Hello, welcome.
Welcome everyone. By the way, I hope you guys are ready for a live grooming session done by yours truly.
Oh no! Make me draw something from Headless Nyaru with rigging.
Wait, what? What do you mean by Nyaru with rigging? What? I don't understand.
Do you mean like a live 2D model, or do you mean like a boat?
like the little guns that the boat girls like have on their asses or whatever.
Mechanical Nyaru, I'll try. I'll put that down on my list. I have a bit of a backlog on drawing. I may or may not have that.
Yo, Nyaru. You've been so busy drawing all the generals. Did you see the generals that he makes? No,
yeah, I'll put them on screen. I'll put it on screen. Unless you're gonna put it like on your head or something.
No, I was actually gonna put it on the side and then show it. But yeah, you can put it on your screen. I think it would be better.
Do I even have an image cat? No. Yes, but it's hog. I'm not getting rid of hog right now. Make source visible? No. I used them in the stream announcement image that you may or may not have seen.
Yeah.
You ever see Titanic?
I saw it. And then you tagged someone. You tagged the wrong Nyaru.
Wait, did I actually leave the wrong one in?
That Nyaru probably hates me.
Did I leave the wrong one in? No, the Nyaru one. I'm gonna grab the Nyaru one. Where's the Nyaru? Where is that pesky scroll wheel? There we go. There we go. Nyaru instead. Oh, this is a family friendly channel where we say
actually
bad words.
No, we are not family friendly.
What?
Hoorah! We are not family friendly.
This is the greatest piece of Nyaru fan art in human history.
I love it. Look, he didn't know how to do the skirt before, by the way. I had to explain to him how he could draw on the skirt.
Thank you, Nyaru.
You're welcome, Sorrel. Now you know skirts don't work like that.
There's mine. I made them for a bunch of people. I made so many. You're architecting. Uh-oh.
I just had like 6 Oreos, and I'm drinking a yogurt right now, so yeah, I'm a little architecting today.
How like viscous is this yogurt that you're able to just like...
It's one of those like Chobani like little yogurts in like a cup, so it's like a drinkable kind. I like it.
Hello, Glimmy. Hello, Kane. Welcome,
Hi, Glimmy. Hi, Kane. You're looking at your new Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Before I started the stream, I was on Twitter, and there was a thing on the side about PETA and Elden Ring, and I just had to click on it and then put it on stream. So that's where we are right now. Sorrel never wore a skirt. What? There isn't that art piece. We gotta pull up a lot of pictures on tonight's stream, it seems.
Wait, Sorrel, you're a femboy?
Part-time.
Part-time. What hours do you work as a femboy?
9 to 5.
9 to 5. Okay, so it is currently between that 9 to 5. So right now you would say you are in femboy mode.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this so it says hashtag Elden Ring above this picture on the Twitch stream.
I see.
Plain burp for you from Headless.
Hold on. Let me drink some yogurt. I seen that one.
Hashtag Elden Ring. Run, Sorrel. There's some weirdness going on in chat. Get that out of there. Let's go back to it.
There you go.
Go vegan. Go vegan.
You sound like you're in pain whenever you laugh like that.
Go vegan. Flip that.
Go vegan.
I like that they did like weird audio mixing. They did weird audio mixing. Usually when they die, like it makes like a boom sound, you know, like in all the Souls games. Like, listen. But you can't hear it because they mixed the audio so poorly.
Go vegan!
They mixed the audio so poorly that you can't even hear it. But you can hear the stabby sounds at least. That counts for something. Every day I feel less unsure about whether or not PETA is real or satire. Oh, it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
Unfortunately, it's real.
Where are the boats? Give me just a second. I do have a list of boat videos that we can do.
Oh yeah. So today, guys, Sorrel. I know Sorrel's into boats, and I thought, what better way to collab than him educating me on boats? And we're gonna go from private, commercial-owned, recreational boats to big boy warship boats.
Hello. Well, thank you for this follow, Benish Spore. Thank you,
guys. Yeah.
Do they include Drakenifil odds? What are those? I have not seen that video. I have not actually watched any Drak videos. Despite being a boat.
I just saw your notification thing. That's beautiful.
I lost the picture on my other thing. It's so sad. Some computer stuff happened and I lost like a lot of the stuff. So like I don't have the Sorrel orb picture, which is my redeem points. I don't have that anymore. Stuff like that is gone.
Hey, Yoshi, get back here with that.
Sorrel's into boats. I can't believe it. Oh, it's real. Okay, so we're gonna start with our first boat video. Are you ready? Is this screen sharing properly?
Ready. Yeah, it's screen sharing properly, but I'm not ready. Okay, so what is this?
The entire like lower area of this big boat here. It's full of melons.
But why are there so many? I have so many questions. It is not about boats. It's about melons.
There's a melon layer, and there's a people layer.
I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, maybe it's one of those, like, you know how, like, when airplanes, they have, like, cargo in, like, the belly, and then, like, they carry the people or whatever. It's not just, like, 100% cargo, 100% people. Maybe that's the same, but with boats? Question? Melon layer.
Melon. I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave. You get that classic reference, Nyaru?
Wait, what?
If someone says, what game did somebody say melon get kicked out for? Do you know that game? That's your first question.
No, I don't know that game.
It's Facade.
No.
Facade.
What the fuck is a Facade?
You don't know Facade?
I don't know video games. I told you this a million times. I don't play video games.
It's this video game. It's a free video game where you go over to this married couple's house and they hate each other. And you have to play marriage counselor.
So
by just typing words, and if you type melon, they kick you out immediately.
So It Takes Two, that like cute like 2-player video game or whatever.
It's like that, but you're the marriage counselor at their dinner, their dinner, since they're your neighbors or your friend or whatever, and like they're like mom calls and stuff. It's the best. It's so good.
I'm literally a NEET. I don't know video games.
This is an awesome video
game. There's a reason why I only play like one video game every like 2 or 3 weeks. Only one video game? Yeah. I'm mostly in you've seen my stuff. Like this week I had no video games planned. Next week I have a video game planned. Like the last video game the last game I played was Cuphead. That was like weeks ago though. Look over where Cuphead. I really played Cuphead because I saw the new Cuphead show that was on Netflix. And it was very cute, and I got in the mood to play Cuphead.
All I saw from that show is a weird scene where like a baby bottle spraying milk everywhere.
Oh, the baby episode. That's actually one of the cuter episodes too.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Homer, we're in Undertale. Marge, he is yellow like us. His name is Chair. And over there, that's Papyrus and Sans.
Papyrus is my favorite Undertale.
Marge, I don't like this place. Those are good videos. I'm not putting them on. That's too much of a distraction. How
That's too
did
much.
you memorize it?
We're already I'm supposed to be learning about boats, and here we are talking about video games and melons. Look at these melons! Like,
look at this shit.
How many melons are there?
This boat is like idling or some shit in this like river, right? This big boat here. And so to stay in one place, they gotta like put that shit at full throttle, it seems, and they're just pushing it right into the boat. I mean, every river in the world is full of sewage water. If we're gonna be totally honest, like literally all of them, no exception. At least major ones.
If you really want to see how dirty water is, just get like a little like disposable, like a little glass cup. Just dip it into the water.
Those melons are huge.
And if it's clear, that means it's like at least a little bit safer. But if it's like you can't see through the water, then it's dirty as shit.
Yeah, it's not just because it's like dark water doesn't mean it's dirty. But we got bananas now. That just means it's muddy water. It's very muddy, salty.
I want banana. Oh, I have a banana smoothie.
So like, what is like? I wonder. There's also a cargo hold beneath, as you can see. There's a hold in this tiny boat. Now he's got an engine, so he's just like bucking right out of there. I think he's got an engine. I can't see why else he could have bananas.
Rat.
Yeah, rat attack store in the Philippines.
Wait, I kind of want to watch that one.
Alright, so I'm coming up to the mini stop. Look at this.
Oh my god, ew!
The rats come out to play.
I like the crying dog.
No, puppy.
Puppy hates rats.
Eating the bread.
Oh my god.
This is not event reported. Maybe it's the rats crying. Oh no, it's the dog.
Oh, look, it's Bodega. It's Bodega. It's Bodega Rat.
Look at this, jeez.
I like the way they jump around.
I know, right? They're so cute.
That's why they keep cats on boats and cats in bodegas, actually, too.
This is no joke. Look at this.
Holy shit!
That's a tail down
there. Dude, all that food is like contaminated.
I mean, if it's sealed, it's fine.
No, even if it's sealed, you can still get sick because they carry the germs. Well,
I don't think I'm
you can wash off the seal. How would you get sick if you clean it? It's Ratatouille, yeah. They're making spaghetti.
Yeah, but the rat in Ratatouille, at least, like you see him wash his hands with soap and water.
I love these thumbnails. I wanted to put one of these videos on my video list.
okay, go back to actual photos. I'm just sorry that
I want to clip the One Piece video really bad.
No, we're not clicking the one. Let's go back. Oh, I've seen this video before. I've seen these videos before.
Dip launch fail, rope snaps. Is this like absurdly loud? It's probably really loud. Is the rope? I think the rope is supposed to snap.
Dude, look at that! Imagine if you were like standing there, like when the wave came at you. Would you get knocked over, possibly?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. If it's like that fast, it'll just take you off your feet. It won't like push you over. You know? Oh, okay. Yeah. The rope did snap. The rope was not supposed to snap. Is that what happens here too?
Wow.
I mean, there's a better way to do this that doesn't cause this stuff to happen, but.
Oh no, the people! No!
Yeah, they're gonna be fine.
Oh,
see,
okay.
it slowed down. They knew where they had to be. Okay, so we're gonna actually go into a little bit of boat learning right here. Let me go back a couple seconds. Okay, so this is a very modern feature. You're not gonna see it on military ships that are of any size. But it's these propellers in the nose. You can see that there's a bunch of them. Propulsion isn't the same as it used to be 70 years ago. Yes, they are for steering up front. Imagine the displacement. It can't be that much. It's a smaller cargo ship, or whatever it was in the last video. But these help you turn really good, without moving forwards at all. Because normally you use the rudder to turn, right? But you can do that to turn in place, which is really useful. I believe most cruise ships, at least big ones, have these. Part of what's good about these is that they're like electric driven. I think most ships have like electric. Didn't Yamato basically sink the city of Kure when it was deployed? I don't know anything about that, actually. That's new to me. I don't think it did. because it wasn't really like that like super close to curate, was it? And most cargo ships, a lot of them are bigger than Yamato. I don't know if they're bigger tonnage wise because they're not full of armor and heavy bits, but they're very large. Like
Elshiv actually asked a decent question. How long ago did these start being used?
How long ago?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say after the 70s for sure. I don't think it's before then.
So they're pretty funky, as you would say.
I remember watching. My family went on like a Disney cruise, and we got like a special like promo VHS tape or something beforehand, and I watched it a couple times when I was little. And it talked about how they have like propellers like this on the side, and that are like inside a little bit. And how Sorrel reeled by the Disney code VHS.
Okay. No, I'm gonna defend Sorrel on this. I'm gonna defend him because I also went on multiple not Disney cruises, but like Disney vacations, and every time we would always get like a little promo
Those
VHS
are so good.
tape.
Yeah,
they are good.
You probably watched the same one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, something about them is just so nostalgic. It really is like Disney frozen in time for that year. And I just love them. It has exactly. It has so much soul. So you know what? Damn Sorrel. I'm actually very entertained by those, and I like watching the Barbie one. That's my favorite.
There's a Barbie Disney one.
Yeah, there's a Barbie VHS promo tape that's supposed to like promo all the Barbie stuff that happens at Disney. And it is the best. It's one of the best things ever, and I really wish I was alive to actually see all that.
You should put that on stream.
I should. I want to do like a Disney night one night where we just like watch all like the promotional VHS tapes.
I hope someone uploaded them online.
Yes, there's like a whole channel actually.
Oh, there is. That's awesome.
That does that.
But but like when they promoted it for the ship, these propellers, they acted like it was like something like super fancy and new. That might just because they're trying to get you to do it, and most people don't know this exists. But I'm gonna do a Google search because this isn't something I conclusively know. Side propellers on ships. Very early on. Oh no, typing in propellers just gives me. Okay, so there's a couple things. It's kind of complicated. The history of propellers and weird systems for thrusters. Yeah, that's the word. That's a word. Thank you.
Thrusting.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's a thing called the Wolf-Schneider propeller, which is very weird.
That sounds German.
You'd be impressed to know that it is. So we're actually going to clone tab.
Boats for me. Wow. We're gonna do our
I was trying to clone the tab. Oh, I clicked close, not clone. Let's go back. Let's go back to where we were. Okay. And we're gonna type in Voice Schneider propeller. This is so cool. Propeller. This is so cool.
Do that little info one.
This one?
Yeah. That looks like it'll explain it. Wow. Amazing.
I don't think this is explaining it the way that we need it to be.
Well, it explained everything I needed to know. It just goes circle.
Okay, so the boat can brab.
Boat brabs? What would a boat brab actually smell like, though?
Circle
it smell like gasoline?
This is the North Sea, it is.
It's been an innovative operator of ocean-going vessels for generations. With North Sea Giant, new levels
I've watched this video before.
Marine operations are available at your service.
This is a really cool promo video.
Yeah, it's actually really well shot. What the fuck?
Voith is a pretty big company, even still. I think there's
it has a helipad on it.
Most big boats do nowadays. Because you can land a tiny little service helicopter anywhere, pretty much. As long as there's a smooth place for it to sit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because, like, imagine landing a helicopter while it's, like, moving. That's it's possible, but it must be hard to do.
There's probably like a setting to make it like adjust to the speed of what's below it or something.
Vessels ever built.
But the boat can always slow down.
She is 160 meters long.
That's pretty big.
And 30 meters wide.
Wow.
Actually, it's not that big. It's about the same size as a World War I battleship, dimensions-wise. So if you want context, that's how large it would be. Probably about as tall, too.
North Sea Giant is also
30 yards by 130 yards.
Just a square.
The most unique
what about tipless propellers?
Giant is the power system.
I don't know if they're
3 separate engine rooms.
Tipless.
The most common tipless.
North Sea Giant.
So there's 6 different engine rooms. I just got
system out of service.
Oh, they want to explain it themselves.
The boat is equipped with 5 Voigt-Schneider propellers.
I think it's talking.
So,
oh,
okay.
there you go.
Yeah.
Delivered to a single ship.
So it can let the ship turn. Like, look at this shit.
Tunnel thruster.
Whoa!
This huge
Dude,
ship.
that's really fast, actually.
Yeah. Deja vu. I've been to this
I just been in the space before.
Schneider propulsion system give the
He has to prevent the vortex created by the tip easily. Well, this doesn't have the tip, so you're good there. Do they actually stick out like that? Yes, they do. I think they can be pulled in.
So are you telling me because they have a tip that the boat is a fuda? Because most people assume the gender of a boat to be a girl.
A lot of boats have tips.
Are they? So boats are fudas.
That's an OSHA violation? Well, if you know me and the people that I talk to, we violate OSHA quite a lot.
Midship crane has a capacity of 400.
Wait until you hear about some forklift Olympics that have been happening on a friend of mine's stream.
I'm sorry, I had the opportunity. I just saw it and I needed to. Please understand.
Please. Understand.
Has a capacity of 50.
Sorrel is a food. I thought he was a femboy.
Is that where we are
now? Right now.
This combined with North Sea
whatever the artist desires.
Of 8,800 tons and shared deck size.
That's a lot of deck capacity, by the way. 8,800 tons. The point. I don't know if you noticed. The purpose of the ship is to lay undersea cables.
Oh.
That's sped up a bit.
Can easily be extended to 12 by 7.
I'm pretty sure that does not go that fast.
They make the Langley proud.
Of the moon pool is reinforced to take
most cargo ships can carry that much, I think, or more.
North Sea Giant has.
I mean, even like World War II cargo ships, they would carry like 10,000 tons of stuff on them.
With hydraulic steel doors to give shelter for the ROVs.
I forget which ship it was, but I think like the largest non-nuclear explosion, like ever, was we can put that on actually. You can put that on. I'll put that on. A cargo ship full of ammunition got hit by a kamikaze and exploded. And there was like a mushroom craft cloud and everything. Not Halifax. No, this one was in the Pacific. This is a different one actually.
North Sea Giant
I didn't know about this.
So there is an this happened in Halifax too. Like it just kind of like I was like smoking too close to something or whatever, and a ship exploded. The Liberty ship, it is a Liberty ship. But it exploded violently. I'll pull it up in a second. Don't worry about it.
So like a mini nuke basically destroyed it?
No. So if explosives go off next to each other, it's kind of hard to make it so the ones next to them don't go off. That isn't to say that engineers have tried their best to prevent it. There's like a number of studies and stuff that were done during the interwar period between World War I and World War II, and even before World War I, where they tested to see how they could make explosives not go off next to each other. Mount Hood? Okay, I'll find that one. Thank you. Oh, okay. So here you can see how it avoids touching the bottom of these propellers. So there is the bottom of the ship, and then there's this weird shit that happens here.
Like the indentations.
And then there's a thruster in the front, as you can see. You can't see because it's behind the Nyaru, but don't worry, there's a thruster there. And also our drills, their heads are over them. So there we go. Now you can see them both better properly. People on
variety of operations on deep and ultra deep waters.
They help the ship move forward just about as well too.
Comes with comfort class.
Like this is not a slow ship, I would say.
Which makes her unrivaled.
This is a nice speed.
As a multi-purpose vessel. With North Sea Giant.
So, in the past, like, 70 years, so they actually retract above the keel. Yeah. So they don't have to worry about touching the bottom with the propellers.
Be a part of the vessel for the future.
Which is really nice. But that's such a that's a real nice ship, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
It's got massive cranes and stuff. That's awesome.
That's really cool. USS Mount Hood.
No, this isn't. This John Burke. That's what it was. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff going on. So there's multiple kamikazes coming in. One hits a ship over there. You can see the orange.
Yeah.
And then he quickly pans when he hears a boom. And
oh yeah, look at that. It's a mushroom cloud. What the fuck? Holy shit.
That's what happens when like 10,000 tons of ammo goes up. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm not putting this one on because you can see people's bodies get thrown into the air. The top
I want to see it.
I don't know if that's stream safe. I feel bad putting that
it's
one
not
on.
stream
because
safe
you
at
see
all,
people
actually.
you see people on the outside of the ship's hull, like it's turning over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it explodes. But like you see
Holy
people
shit.
on it and next to it. And also British Path is like evil. So yeah, Benij gets it.
Mm-hmm.
British Path is like the most evil like YouTube channel. Like you think Viacom can be bad? British Path is on like the next level.
Anything British is evil. British.
Also true. Oh, you said it's okay to show. I still don't want to show it. Personal.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. I personally wouldn't risk it.
Here's a... God, what is this? Oh, this is a kid? Is this kid class? USS Fatch. Yeah, I think it is. Let me just double check so I'm not wrong. USS Fatch, FFG 43. Oliver Hazard Perry, that's what it is. Okay. So this is an Oliver Hazard Perry class frigate, missile frigate. Recent ship from like the 70s, I think. I think they're pretty nice looking. I like how they look, but they're not really great overall. They're designed to be modular, which is not really good.
He's pointy at the head, and I kind of like that.
At the head?
Yeah, pointy. Look, there's a point.
Oh, okay. At the bow, okay. You said head, and I was thinking about toilets, and like they're pointing the camera at like a toilet or something. That's what a toilet's called on a boat. Anyway.
Whoa!
Generally Grace says that this defensible frigate on planet Earth. Trust. Okay, I only speed read. I only speed read Friedman.
He came in so fast.
I speed read Norman Friedman. It does. Here it is coming in slower.
It comes from the corner.
Did you see it? In the bottom left corner of the video.
Do the red circle. Oh, there it is! Yeah! What's all like those mini explosions that happen like away from?
You double check in Friedman's? That's awesome, dude. Go ahead. Check Friedman's for me. Because I think he criticized it a bit. He criticized the Oliver Hazard Perry's a good bit. Alternatively, Sorrel. Oh
shit! Look at it.
It's rocking a bit,
dude. That thing is very, very tough. If you could survive a torpedo,
I'd imagine.
Like that.
Nah, that wasn't a torpedo. That was a missile.
Oh, it's a missile. Oh, okay.
For starters, it is sturdy though. They're designed to be sturdy, so that's going for them. Helipad is destroyed. I'm sure the insides are like ripped apart. Source and people, other folks who roast modern ships normally focus on lack of armor. That's not really a reason to roast modern ships, actually. Boat taku. But compared, most of the criticisms for modern ships, if you read Friedman's Destroyers Revised Edition, or that's a torpedo, or a comparable work.
Dude, he's getting like beat the fuck up.
Yeah, Zia gets it. If you don't get hit, no need for armor. But there's other ways you can enhance survivability not involving armor. And that's just to make it so you can actually take the hits using advanced engineering techniques and stuff. So you can't really see it come in, I don't think.
Let's look at the water.
Yeah.
And even then the water's like too...
You can see it. You can actually see the ship bending.
Yeah.
If you look closely. Right there.
Yeah, there it is, there it is. Yeah.
It gets lifted out of the water. And then you can see it bend back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it bends back again. You bend the banana. And it twists, too. A little bit.
Yeah, I see it twisting right now.
But it's not broken. Imagine how loud it would be. This kills the crab.
Oh shit.
But I remember there being like issues with the fact that they're designed to be. There's the hole, by the way, on the other side. Arleigh Burke does everything the Perry class is supposed to do it better. That is true. One of the problems I think is modularity, because if you can make something modular, it's way more complex and that has a lot of problems that can come up.
Dude, look at that side. That is completely not completely destroyed. Whoa, look at that!
You can see through.
It's so fucked up.
It's larger. Yeah, that's true. True. But yeah, this is a test. That's how they make their stuff better.
So wait, why did they just do like, did they like test like its strength with like the missiles and everything?
Yeah.
Are they gonna repair it after this, or they just did it for shits and giggles?
It's to turn it into an artificial reef.
Oh.
So they do that for old ships, so they can figure out ways to optimize damage control. You have to tell her about how metal our tests are. Which tests? Which tests? I've seen ships branded as unsinkable. Well, there are ships that are unsinkable. It is totally possible to build an unsinkable ship. The solution is to burn it down. Or make it explode. I mean, there's also the most famous... There's the most... there's the... There's the most famous... not Castle Bravo. How do I forget which one it is? Crossroads, thank you.
Minecraft nuclear bomb.
Oh no! Politics!
Ew.
42 minutes. Get that out of here. I just want to see give me the classic one.
Just.
But damage was nowhere near that created by the following underwater.
Oh, this is a documentary. I don't want this. Just give me Able. Thank you. So we're taking off B-29. Number 7354. Tail number 354. And the B stands for Bravo. I assume.
Yes, it does, Sorrel.
Battleships New York and Nevada for the win. Battle Electrician covers it and stored for the Nevada. I'm not trying to put on like a summary so much as I just want to put on the actual video, because this is like the craziest thing to me.
Look at him go. Oh, I've always wanted to fly B-52.
That's a B-29.
Or B-29, sorry.
I mean, B-52 can do the same things.
Yeah, I can do the same thing, but...
Yeah, just sit on the deck of a boat in the distance and cover your head. That'll save you from being exposed to dangerous levels of radiation in a straight line.
Oh my god. Dude, imagine, like, everyone's hearing must be fucked.
If you're really far, it'll be alright. The Thatch took 4 harpoons, 2 Mavericks, several Hellfires, a 2,000 pounder, 500 LGB, and a Mark 48 torp to sink. It did. Though I'm sure that was under optimal conditions with like no ammunition or fuel storage at all. But you can see here all those things around the screen. Those are boats. American, some Japanese, 1 German, 2 German, maybe? There might have been a submarine, I forget.
Look at that cloud.
You can actually visit if you so desire. Some of them, yeah, Hipper. It's not Hipper. It's Prince Eugen, not Hipper. Hipper sank
But
somewhere else.
wouldn't they still be very like? Would they still have like a lot of radiation on them?
Not really that I'm aware of. Because like, I mean, they rebuilt Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Remember?
Yeah,
like, you can go there. So I'd assume that if it's safe to live there, it's safe to go here. I'd imagine the soil might not be necessarily safe.
Yeah, the soil. That's probably what I was thinking.
But I don't think it's something that really sticks around unless you make it stick around.
Look at that cloud.
Big cloud.
Big mushroom. Big.
Mushroom.
Mushroom boy.
I think these guys have a class action lawsuit that they file at some point. I'm not sure though.
Wait, like the people that were on the boat?
Yeah.
100 yards.
I mean, yeah, especially if they don't know like what was in. Whoa, look at that.
So this is footage of the aftermath. This was painted orange. It's not painted orange anymore. Also, we nuked them twice. This is after the first nuke, which is an above water.
Wait, twice? Okay, that's definitely worth a lawsuit.
The people, I don't think there were people outside for the second time.
Like it was just like to see the damage on the ship, I guess?
Yeah, I think. I don't remember the full story.
Ships, including 2 destroyers, to the bottom of Bikini Lagoon.
Bikini Bottom.
All ships within a half a mile of the blast.
There's this is an Independence class light carrier, aircraft carrier. I don't know which one from the top of my head.
Oh yeah, because you see the flat.
You can see that the flight. Well, it was flat.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Having the nuke go off above your wooden deck doesn't really serve you any favors. See how torn up it all is.
Holy crap! And there was like some people on some of them, right?
Not on board any of the ships when they were blown up. They also, as you can see here, they used the deck space to test how nukes worked on other things.
Oh yeah.
So that's why there's like a field gun there. They would not put this on the ship. They would not put a field gun with wheels on a ship. But
yeah, they just want to test like the strength of it.
Yeah, they did a lot. They put like a bunch of animals in cages on one of them, I think.
No!
To see how like pigs fared. Because I think for the initial nuclear tests, they didn't use animals. I'm not sure though. It turns out fighter planes can't survive a nuclear explosion. Here you can see the war prize German heavy cruiser Prince Eugen.
Dude, those pigs must turn into nuclear bacon or something like on the spot.
This is where Hog got sent in Sorrel, but he survived. He's the one who survived 2 nukes.
Wait, who?
Hog.
Hog?
Oh, you don't know about Hog?
No, I don't know about who's Hog. Put him in the corner of the stream.
There he is.
Wait, who is it? Who is he?
He's the guy from the video. There he is in the corner there.
Oh, live Hog reaction. That Hog.
Yeah, okay. There's Hog. Okay, he's going back to work. He's at work right now.
On cam.
Wait, is that still Prince Eugen? No, this is not Prince Eugen. This is
Sakawa?
This is Sakawa, the Japanese light cruiser of the Agano class. I'm happy they wrote it on there for me. This one's got frosted tips. This is a quarter class.
Yeah, he is in the early 2000s. He went forward in time.
There's Japanese battleship Nagato. That's the Independence still, or it might be Saratoga. I'm not sure. Nevada.
What's the ship that's in Hawaii?
Which one? There's Missouri, and there's
the Missouri. Yeah, I think.
There's something right next to it is Arizona.
Okay, I visited the Missouri.
And you probably saw the Arizona from there.
I did.
I'm gonna turn off the capture real quick just to be safe for this, just because I'm gonna Google something.
Okay.
And when I'm going to Google, Arizona has a memorial. No, you're good. It's just because I don't trust DuckDuckGo's image search.
Oh, that's why.
Because
so, chat.
What
is your favorite boat?
Because
I want to know chat's favorite. Ew.
I'm not trying to see that.
Brap hogs?
At least not right now. Brap hogs? Ew. You don't want to see it? You're not seeing it on here.
What did I say? What did I say about the ew?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
We want to see boat porn. Why would you want to see boat porn? Just go look it up on your own time.
Okay, so in Cancol, in fall 2016, right? They put out this boss. Can we get the image open, please? God, see full image. Okay.
That's a very detailed boat.
There's a reason they did it like this. Let me get the window capture back on. Boom. Maybe share relevant meme Sorrel. Yeah, where are you gonna share it? Boston Whaler can Muzu when? Make the change you want to be in the world. What did she say about the ew? She said I couldn't say it.
Yeah, because I don't like the way he says it.
Do I even have him? Is Nezu, are you still here? can this guy send you the meme? I don't actually have that.
Okay, but why is she so detailed and like this?
So ignore on the right, but on the left, this is based on a photograph of. I want to turn it off again.
Saratoga.
The aircraft carrier Saratoga, whose wreck. Oh.
I don't like that. I'm very uncomfortable.
It's based on that.
But I'm very uncomfortable looking at that.
Oh.
Oh. That looks nasty.
That was when you're underwater.
Why is the ocean so scary? The ocean creates shit like that.
Look at that.
Like, look at that.
Look at that horror.
That's scary. Yeah.
Feed with a tugboat.
I just don't like the way it looks. Like the way it's like foreign here. Because I've seen nice.
Show her Reddit.
But then, wait, show what?
I was told to show you Reddit by Egg and Ion.
Why would I show you? Why would you show me Reddit? No, if we go
phobia. I can't type this shit, dude. Is this it?
I don't like Reddit. Those are soy boys.
It is.
I thought y'all were based.
The other day, my dad said, I've been browsing Reddit a lot recently. And I was like, huh?
Oh, disgusting.
My very outdoorsy father. I'm sure he's looking at like R hunting or something, but yeah, make a soy boy face.
Make a soy boy face? Hold on. What's a good soy boy face?
Like you just got your Nintendo Switch. That's horror. That's not soy boy. That's like Danganronpa surprise. There it is. Soy. Top rated. I'm trying to get the top. All time.
I don't like this. For the fish farm virus still ew. Ew.
You hate this? What about this?
I don't like this.
This is a cool video.
I just don't like it because it's Reddit. I'll be real with you.
Look at that.
Like, why are we on Reddit? No, I don't like the way that sounds. I don't like the way that sounds.
It looks.
But why?
It's a good question.
How do you get out?
I don't know. Ladder.
Oh, this I've seen that one. I've seen that one before.
That one? Can't be. I'm not watching a
TikTok
right now. Paris water reservoir.
I don't like this. Thailand and Titanic sinking.
I love this. I love this sign. I love this sign.
Why?
I like when they edit to say
what does
top.
It say?
There's treasure inside. No one has died in this cave. There, it's in your Discord. Thank you. Sorrel knows the AI so well. There's only one reason I've ever used this website.
Why is your background like that?
Why is my background like what?
Your background.
Did you see my
desktop background?
What was it?
Yeah. It was the Super Mario.
It's Scary Mario.
Scary Mario, yeah.
Because I was doing something with Eschaton, and We googled scary Mario.
I'm
Light
scared.
beam. I don't. This isn't like I can't. Shipping scrapped. Whatever. Okay, we're getting out of this.
The thing you can do at McMurdo Station is go down the observation tube.
What?
Going down the observation tube. Well, we're not on Reddit anymore. Forget about that. We're watching. We're back to here. It's been an hour. We're back to here. Uh-oh.
Oh no, oh no.
Oh, no,
Symphony
no.
provider. Oh no, 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 no. Look at all the kids.
They're just short people. They're not kids.
Oh,
Thanks for
okay,
the
look, it's
arrow.
gonna show the rope snapping, right? Look, 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 look. Ah! Ah!
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti-o. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh.
This is how it's supposed to go. Oh. Yep, we're good.
Just scoots back a little bit.
I'm
like,
sorry, I
I
forgot
like
about
it that way.
I forgot about the meme entirely. I'm so sorry. Okay, give me a second. Give it just a second. I'll put that on screen. Let me save that real quick. I'll put it on. I'll put it on. Okay, so this is. This guy's much closer to the boat than
I
would
seen.
be.
I've seen the same exact video. I think. No, hurry up! Ah!
Good. He did his Dark Souls dodge roll.
Dark Souls dodge roll.
Okay, let me get the meme on screen. Let me go to my image source. I'm gonna scroll. I should make this larger. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, save pictures. Time.
Look at all these guys.
Iframes won't save you from boat. Show some catastrophic failures, bro. I lived, bitch.
I live the beach.
That's a pretty good picture. That's after. Is that after the elevator got blown the fuck out? This ship was hit by a kamikaze, and the elevator went, which is what lifts the planes to the flight deck, where that hole is. It got launched 800 or like 900 feet into the air, which all things considered is pretty high. Want that picture? If you want, I can pull it up myself though. I got it. Enterprise flight deck kamikaze.
I guess this is the other way that you were talking about. That's a little more easier.
Hmm.
The way they're putting the ship in the water.
Yeah.
That's the easier way, right?
That's much gentler. Why would you like send it in the side? There's like danger there. There's reasons you do that to test it, but. Give me just a second. That was the third time the IGN reporter is dead. Yeah, they do that a lot. They do that a little bit too much, maybe.
Oh, I love these! These are my favorite!
These trucks?
Yeah. Look what they do. They're basically like little dual trucks. Yeah, and they can make a bridge for like the village.
Oh, I should probably hide this picture for a second. That's pretty cool. I like how wide they are. You can fit like 4 dudes.
Turn into a boat. It's a boat now.
Ah! So many sources. Here's that picture, by the way. I want to pull it up real quick. That thing that looked like a rocket taking off is the flight deck. It's not supposed to be in the air. Whistler, how much would you want to be paid to do that?
So I put like a GoPro there so you can see the water.
Yeah.
No! poor guy. He probably got very wet.
I'm wearing a hard hat and high vis. Are you? Would you be? This is you?
No, this is me.
Oh,
this is me.
Where is it? Oh, it's here. They
It's
just
like-
like put this in there.
Yeah,
no, you're wearing
that
neither.
too.
You're wearing a beanie. I'll take the normal
I'm the
peg.
dude. I'm the dude riding on the moped.
Meow.
It look like just random dude on the moped, right?
He goes so
gets me every
slow. He's so slow. This ship's ugly. Look at that 5 head.
Oh yeah, he does have a 5 head. Oh my goodness. Hi, Yoshi. Everyone, Yoshi is here. He has come
Hello,
to learn about a
Yoshi.
boat. Come here.
Tell Yoshi to speak.
He cannot speak on command, actually.
Aww.
He is a very quiet ducky. Hi. Hi, you want your yogurt?
This one does the same thing, but it's not ugly as shit. But hello, Yoshi. Because it looks good here. It doesn't look like horrible.
It looks like a 5 head.
It looks like a 5 head, but it also looks like he's got like a really long face. You know?
Yeah.
GoPro hit by wave. Yoshi, finally some cool guests. Says Whistler.
Yoshi, what do you think about boats? You haven't been on a boat yet. Would you like to go on a boat?
You know, a boat got grounded yesterday, I think, in the Chesapeake.
Wait, why?
It's one of the evergreen ones too, which is pretty funny.
Oh, kick.
But I don't know, it just ran aground. They're pretty deep. They go pretty deep.
Whoa! Whoa! Here, Yoshi. Drink your
People
yogurt.
cheering and clapping. I can afford to turn this up just a little bit.
Oh no, 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 the water!
Now, I think they know that this is something that could happen. And they prepare for it by having people be out of where the middle of the ship is. Because it usually goes to around there on the ship. And then like there. So if they put everything outside of that, you're going to get like an inch or two of water.
Oh, that's the wagey bros. I thought that's what it said.
Wagey bros.
Wagey, get in the cage.
It says Wagenborg.
I legit thought it said wagey bros. Where are my wagey bros in the chat? Is this the river bus? Yeah, I always wanted to go on one of these.
Wow.
I've always wanted to go. New York City used to have like the river buses, but now they don't anymore because I think people died.
Same with Baltimore.
There.
What the hell is this? What is this? Is this a boat? This is unholy. This is a boat train. Oh, does this like carry the boat over like land for a little bit? That's weird.
I guess
That's
so.
really weird. A lot of these are at the same place, it's looking like. At least it looks like the same place.
Yeah.
They all have like a road right by the side of the water for some reason.
Dude,
Every single European shipyard.
That field is getting so much water. That's why it's so green.
Whoa.
Look at that drone shot. Heck yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, hunty. It's like a yacht, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Not the Volvo.
not the Volvo.
Oh no. Convoy exceptional. Uh-oh.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
If you've ever played Euro Truck Simulator, you know how this feels.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
Okay.
Yoshi, you are very loud.
I love how these are like all
Oh,
European.
they're gonna connect. They're gonna connect the roads. And
So wide boat. Boat's so wide.
wide boy.
This is a nightmare scenario for me. An 18-point turn like that. You have like a $4 million yacht on the back of your boat or your truck. Dorito. Ooh. Spin to win.
It's like so satisfying for some reason.
He's leaving.
Yeah, they're leaving. Their mission is done. I think this was like a festival, and they were like showing off like the military gear.
Yeah.
So like the civilians, as they would say.
Yeah. There's like a bicycle race or something going on. Europe is weird, dude.
Europe is weird.
Why are there like 10 dudes on bikes like right there?
It's Europe, very bike-friendly part of the world. Look at all that water coming out of it.
The German too.
It's peeing.
I don't think Europe is real.
I don't think Europe is real. It's a
got a
very
really blurry
real place.
This guy's standing behind
Well,
me.
did you see it pee?
Ew.
What did I say? What did I say?
That
Joel?
one's fair.
That was not fair.
It peed. I can say it.
Yoshi, you're hurting me.
I want to
Should
like
I take
pick
it
it
off?
up and shake it around, but like you know how like when you pick something up and you have to stretch your fingers out all the way and it feels kind of satisfying,
yeah.
but like not enough that it hurts, but like just the right amount. That's how it looks like if I grab it.
Ew.
What? Everyone
Okay,
pretending it's real.
what other boat things do you have lined up for us today?
Let me go in here. All this show is they put down and pick up crab pots in the Bering Sea.
I'd rather watch Top Gear. Wait, Top Gear, but boats.
Weird Al.
There has to be a Top Gear episode
Amish Paradise.
with like boats.
This one. So I wanted to make it short. He disconnects his boat from the GPS entirely, so other boats can't see where he is.
Back to pirate stuff here.
Which I don't think you're legally supposed to do at all.
Yeah,
But he does it.
that sounds really illegal.
They get a bunch of Chinese lanterns and put them in the sky after turning off all the lights on the ship.
That has to look pretty though. Yeah, look at that. Imagine there was like 100 more out there. That would look really pretty.
They got a bunch.
Oh, I see what they're doing. They're making like a little trail. I'll be real with you. I would have been equally as freaked out if I saw that. And then there was like no one else out there.
The wizard hits another boat. It's probably like a side collision. Let's see.
Top Gear.
Top Gear? This is not Top Gear.
I want Top Gear.
Sig got that coke paranoia. What does that mean?
Ew. Did you just burp? Did you hear my dog burp?
That was your dog?
Yeah, that's my dog. Why did you burp? Hey, look at me. Why did you burp? Whoa, look at the Lego man. Whoa! Let's fucking go! The poor Lego man.
Literally me.
Literally me. The Lego man, no, he died. Can I get an
wish that
chat
were
for the
me.
Lego man? I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen.
Oh,
that little wiggle.
This is you. Actually, when you get stuck to an airplane engine, that's not what happens. Shut up.
Well, I mean, like, you saw how he, like, wiggled a little bit? I'm pretty sure the wiggling part doesn't happen. Yeah, you saw
think
how
he
he
would
wiggled
wiggle.
right there?
I think you would turn into a wiggly.
He turned into a wiggly. Oh my god, ew.
Would you let it like blow that directly into your mouth? It'll be cooked.
Ew.
Really? You wouldn't like even try like a little bit of like what blows out the other end? Because it comes out cooked in like 10.
God, I wish that was me. Well, why is he spinning? Why is the plane spinning? Crowd versus... Why? But why?
Can I get a link to this video? You can have a link to the sequel. Here, yeah. You can probably find the other one on the channel somewhere. I saw this when I was looking for stuff.
This is not boats.
I know, but I saw this when I was looking for videos and I had to include it. Please understand.
This is not boats. It is aviation. Why would there be a crowd next to a plane anyways?
I don't know, they're stupid?
A whole crowd of stupid people?
Yes?
No.
What?
You forget both. Yeah, now it's time for me to show you like some aviation shit.
School field trip. Americans colliding for the takeoff. A crowd of stupid people? Oh no, this one's loud.
What's this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a normal video, but something cool happens in it. I think they're doing like a tour or something. I don't know why there's so many people in like normal clothes. But this is Arle Burke, I think. Yeah. Next to. So it just took a nosedive there. It just got a little bit wet.
But why?
Look.
Rough seas?
It's going fast actually. That's why.
Oh,
Seas are pretty smooth actually in this video. It's a low number sea state. I can't identify them by visual. The amounts of like rockiness of the waves are divided into things called sea states. There's like 7 of them, I think. But that's a pretty cool video of it like racing against the carrier. Name all 7. It's like 1 through 7. There's another ship behind it. There's more ships. You know, that's a pretty cool video. I saw that. I thought it was cool.
I want to go on a carrier.
They do tours sometimes. It depends if you probably won't be able to get one if you're in Colorado. Sorry, I don't
drive somewhere.
This is a cool video. I went back in my playlist of old boat videos from like when I was like 16.
Disturbing statement A.
It's a distribution.
Why? What makes it just? Oh, that's a disturbing.
I have a disturbing statement to make. 10 people found it with their insides turned outsides. Did you find this statement disturbing? Wait, you had a boat playlist at 16? Yeah. Someone said you have peak dyslexia.
I know I do.
So this is the test. I think they scrapped this program or like stopped doing as much for it. But this is the test of the Navy's railgun stuff. You can see in, I think this is in big red letters, Bay Systems. I might be wrong. It looks like their logo though. We might get it closer up. This is actually done in Maryland. Yep, Bay Systems. So this is railgun.
Whoa!
With an autoloader. That's awesome.
Dude, I want that for my house.
It's like the size of your house, dude.
I know. Yeah, I want that for my house.
All this stuff on the side is needed to make it run at all. I'm pretty sure. See all the cables and stuff? Isn't that cool? What does it blow up? It blows something up like 300 miles away if it wants to.
300 miles away?
I don't know about that, but I'm sure it can shoot that far. Here, let me see. Let me hide this again so I can Google something.
Airplane engine explosion compilation. Please?
I don't want to put that on because usually people die in those.
I mean, you don't actually see the people die.
Okay, you're seeing right now is the boat reference stuff website I use when I design boats.
The boat reference. So if I just go to boatreferencestuff.com, it'll take you straight to here.
Navwebs.com.
But you just said boat reference stuff.
So this is what we know about the railgun. Here's a horrible diagram that the Department of Defense made.
That is a horrible diagram.
They cannot make a single good image to save their lives.
This is like something I see in like a like not social studies, but like a physics textbook in middle school.
Shout out to the DoD. Okay.
Wait, did they actually have a channel?
Somebody just has that username, I think.
Department of Defense.
What
if it actually is a Department of Defense and they're actually actively watching like Twitch streamers?
That'd be kind of sus. It doesn't go for 300 miles. Sad. It doesn't go 300 miles, but it can go 200. In 6 minutes. 200 nautical miles, which is close enough to 200 real miles. So don't think too hard about that. But it can shoot that far.
Can we get a shout out for the Department of Offense?
We don't have that.
Yeah, we do.
We used to, but then FDR changed it.
But why?
It was the Department of War, and then I think it was FDR who changed it to the Department of Defense. It's because it's better optics.
Oh, my dog wants to go outside. God damn it.
You can take the dog out. I'll just be talking about.
No, I have to like actively go walk. I have to go actively walk him. That's the thing.
Oh. You can. I'll put like something horrible on screen.
No, let's keep going. He can wait. He needs to be patient, anyways.
So if you see this boat here, where's my mouse? Okay, I need to click so my mouse gets.
What's that?
Okay, we have my mouse back. So here is Zumwalt class destroyer. I think they're pretty cool looking. I don't dislike them, and I think they could have been a lot better though. There's problems because they didn't make enough of them because they canceled most of them, which made everything involving them really expensive. So now they don't even give them bullets to shoot, shells to shoot, because the price of them are so expensive. It looks ugly and I hate it. Well, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. They're going to put railguns on them later, but
the weapon, or not the weapon, but the ammo, it goes up into the atmosphere, and with GPS guidance, navigation, and control, it hits the target.
Yeah, and then like each round costs like $2 million or something absurd. So
what the fuck? Why? Why does it cost that much?
Well, okay, there's a number of reasons. If we're going to purchase 32 of these ships, these I think it was 32 or like 28, something around there, between 28 and 32. And they're going to pay like $1 billion each or something, which is a pretty good deal for that's a big ship. It's a big ship. It's as large as like a World War I battleship is. Not the same weight though. It weighs a lot less. Displaces a lot less water, but it's the same size. So then Congress canceled 29 of them. This raised the unit cost to an absurd amount per unit because they already kind of set aside the money for it, so they had to do that or something. Yeah, I don't totally get this. This is what confuses me. I'm confused by this. And the same thing applies to the shells. So the shells became stupidly expensive for some reason. The purpose of it is to shoot that stuff really far inland, which is kind of like a really nice advantage of a ship, right? Is that you can shoot pretty far if you can shoot pretty far. And being able to hit anything within 6 minutes that's 200 miles into the coast that's pretty big, you know? Like even like 30 miles, which is what like battleships would shoot to, does not compare to that. Like that is insane. Because government contracting, yeah, that's the short of it, long and short of it.
Yeah, I watched a movie recently. I forgot what it was called. It was like has like to do with like these two dudes who are like doing government contracts, and one scene involved them where they had to go to like the Middle East to go pick up like the weapons that got stuck at like the border, and then they drove like in the middle of Syria, I think, to go deliver like those weapons.
Right.
So it was like one of those government contracts. I forgot what that movie was called.
It was a comedy movie.
It was, yeah, I think it's a comedy movie.
Like Seth Rogen.
I think so. It was Iraq. Oh, I think you know what I'm talking about. What's the movie called?
Yeah, that's
War
it.
Dogs. That's it. War Dogs.
I haven't seen that myself.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a good movie, actually.
Because of all the money stuff, they kind of shelved the thing for the Zumwaltz for the most part.
Oh.
Also, these shells are really cool. They don't have any explosive in them. They just hit at Mach 5.
So it just hit. So the weapon is the speed.
Yeah, it's a solid shot. I think, which is pretty cool. That
is cool.
It's a safety solving problem for the ship itself because now you don't have as much stuff that blows up. I mean, you're not even using propellant really if you're using, as it says in the bottom left corner, no propellant. Because if you're using, a railgun, you're not shooting bullets or shells or anything. You're shooting just the projectile out.
Yeah, and you're letting the speed take the damage.
Yeah. And because of that, you can, as it says, large capacity magazines, you can fit more stuff in, or you can just use less space for that because you don't need to have propellant charge in its own like magazine zone. And space is actually in modern ships. Do they use DU? I don't think so. I assume they use tungsten. But it's not just tungsten. Depleted uranium is very dense.
Oh.
So it's really good for shooting like armor piercing and stuff with. The only problem is it causes birth defects in the soil in the places that you shoot it at. No good. You don't really want to give the civilians of the place you're invading birth defects. It's kind of like a fucked up thing to do. That we have a habit as a country of doing, unfortunately. But
I don't think you should give birth defects to innocent people.
No, you shouldn't. Talking about hybrid superiority, right? Not yet. We're gonna get there. It's just because it's depleted doesn't mean stop being radioactive and toxic as well. I think it's toxic. But it's really good at penetrating tanks.
I feel like anything with like uranium is going to be toxic, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of a nasty thing to be around. But this is a good idea. I doubt it was DU personally. Download. I don't want to download that. There's a lot of stuff here. 6 to 12 rounds per minute expected. Probably lower than just on the lower end there. Shrapnel rounds would contain up to 10,000 tungsten cubes.
Tungsten is like less toxic, right?
Tungsten
Obviously.
is not toxic at all. It's Oh, thank you for the raid, Goo. Welcome.
Wow, hello.
Welcome to the stream.
What is your graphic for the raid?
It's Cell ballin'. He's balling.
I don't like that.
You don't like that he's playing basketball?
I don't know. It's a little too uncomfortable for me.
How is that uncomfortable? It's just perfect Cell playing basketball. You're up to Medarod Kuwaga version. What the hell is that? What is that, Goo?
It's your mom.
For the stream again, huh? How does Cell sound again?
He sounds like you.
I'm the perfect baller, Goku. Get ready to see me dunk. No. Sam's gonna dunk all over you, Kakarot. Wow, this guy's really good at ball.
Wow, so good.
I'd love to 3-on-3 him someday.
You're 3-on-3 your mom.
Ew.
Wait, what'd I say? I'm going to leave.
No. You ever watch Metabots? I read the manga at the library like 15 years ago.
What's Metabots?
It's Metabots. It's there's robots and then they fight each other and then like you win the other kids' parts. It's like Beyblade, but you can't really make it into a toy that makes sense for kids.
I like Beyblade.
It's kind of like that. But like their toy robots fight and you can buy it. They could like buy parts to make their robots better.
Let it rip.
It's pretty neat. Ooh.
Wanna know what else is neat?
What?
Boats.
Yeah, that's true. Need ooh counter.
True.
I don't know how to put that on screen without like going into OBS every like 10 minutes.
See, what do you use for like your bots? You use Streamlabs?
Yeah.
So I can tell you how to do it right now if you like.
No, not right now. I'll set it up some other time. I need to do. I want to do all my Streamlabs stuff at like one time. I think getting that all like redone because I do want to.
I would like an ew counter.
You would like an ew counter? Okay, well, we're at like 3. I'll just put it on screen on text. Give me a second.
Sorrel streams his Streamlabs upgrades.
No.
You can watch him become from 2 view to 3 view instantly. Just with these simple upgrades. People hate him. He went from 2 view to 3 view with these simple steps.
Listen, we're 21 views right now. This is the most viewers I've ever had concurrently.
Click here or you're a pee-pee poo-poo head.
This is the most concurrent viewers I've ever had.
He's making up voice. Gotta buy into Sorrel coin now.
What was the game you were playing now? You're a torpedo boat. Lol. No. Not primarily, no. Mostly guns.
Wait, Sorrel, what kind of boat are you actually?
Okay, that's what Goo was doing metabots. I see, okay. I misunderstood the message and I thought that was disconnected. What kind of boat is Sorrel?
Yeah, what kind of boat are you?
Heavy cruiser. It's
what kind of boat would I be?
I might have put you on a tier list of what kind of boat you would be.
Really? Can we look at the tier list?
This is on my YouTube. Give me a second. It's on my YouTube.
Wait, YouTube? Why would you put a tier list on YouTube?
Because it's in a VOD. I did it was in like my affiliate.
Well, you didn't save it?
It was on my other computer. I did save it, but then the motherboard fried, and then the thing on that got fried. So I have to find my affiliate party.
Okay, while you do that, I hear my dog misbehaving. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. Have a good dog misbehaving. So while she's gone, there it is. Okay, I found it. You're gonna hear my voice. Did I put her on it? Where did we get to the end of this? What is happening on this? This was a weird stream.
She's got powerful vibes though. She's got very.
Did I not put Nyaru? No, I did put Nyaru.
Let me disable tier list.
Okay, let me get this screenshotted. This is like an image. Okay, save that as... You back?
Okay. Yeah, I'm back.
I got it. The girl's done. Let's talk about it. She wasn't back gone for that long. Nyaru would be a big cannon boat. So here's what I put Nyaru in. Where's my image source? There it is. This is the screenshot directly from that stream. It says Fujo friendly zone.
Dog afternoon, everyone.
Dog afternoon.
Okay, there we go. Now I see it. Okay, where am I?
You're in light cruiser.
I see it. I'm a light cruiser. Okay. Which light cruiser would I be?
I don't know. I didn't think that out.
Well, you gotta think that out now.
Like which historical one? That's kind of like a weird thing. How would I?
Okay, hold on. Light carrier.
Light carrier is different from light cruiser. That's its own thing on here, actually. Oh no, I didn't make it a separate thing. But that's a different thing. It's light cruiser, not light carrier.
Oh, light cruiser. Sorry. Fujo friendly zone.
I don't remember why I put that on there. This is my affiliate party from like 6 months ago.
Why are you doing that with
it? What?
Why do you keep changing the size?
I don't know. It's fun. It makes it. That's what's going on.
Like
that's like my favorite thing in OBS is like when like a streamer, like if I'm watching like a Back like I used to watch Vine Sauce Joel all the time, and whenever he would put like an image on screen and like mess with it, that was so much. That was like the coolest thing. Swole's been a preview for 6 months. Nuh-uh. Banger tweet. What?
OMG, I hit tweet.
OMG, I hit tweet.
OMG, I hit tweet.
OMG, I hit tweet.
Okay. Let's
Mega
see.
joules.
There is.
Would you
mega joules?
Would you hit 150 megajoules?
Yeah, as long as you let me do it in your bussy.
Why would you hit a joule there?
Because, bussy has so much energy to it.
That's why you charge it. That's why you charge it.
Yeah, you charge the bussy.
You charge the joule. You don't charge that. What? Okay, everyone watching the stream has to hydrate now.
No.
Well, you don't have to. You're
well,
co-streaming. But everyone, all the viewers have to drink.
Hydrate for view. That's cute. That's a cute redeem.
I have the classic trio. There's also the posture check reviewers, and the
Wow, Sorrel's so viewer friendly.
the stretch reviewers.
He is the most viewer friendly tuber I think I've ever come across.
Just took a
more
sip.
More viewer friendly than me.
Perfect. They're all sipping. Stretch reviewers. Those are good redeems. 204 kilometers. Plain burp. Great work.
Yay. Surprised I actually got that one out.
You did a good job. Look at this.
Whoa, what's that? Look at the green. It must have brapped like really stinky.
That is a stinky fart cloud, yeah.
Stinky fart cloud. Dude, imagine like your breaths are just like fire.
And then, that's green. Me as I'm running to the toilet.
What did you eat that causes you to go like that?
Bean burrito.
Ew. No, bean burritos are pretty good. Bean burritos are really, really good.
I don't know if I've had a bean burrito. I usually just, when I go to Taco Bell, I just get the beef and cheese.
Well, there's your problem. You go to Taco Bell. That's why you have the runs. That's why your runs look like
That's
that.
That's a college food. I have better poos when I go to Taco Bell, okay? Let's get off this subject now.
That's what it reminded me of. Anyways.
Let it be known that she talked about poop.
Back to boats. Okay, boat praps. Alrighty.
106 megajoules in Dahlgren, Virginia. That's a pretty. That's cool. Picture. This website has cool pictures. Cool. Look at that.
What's that?
That's like a.
What is that though?
This is like one of the early things. I think this was like from 2014. The other video is from like 2016. That's a different railgun system. But this is like the original test that they would do to like that proof the concept and like how they would engineer it. This is just a bunch of capacitors and shit. I don't know how this works. This is like science. And it makes the thing go out.
Railguns are really like another boat to join an anime.
I'm free. No, it's gonna be just us tonight. I'm sorry, or this afternoon. This dog afternoon. It's just gonna be us for now.
Just dog afternoon.
Dog afternoon.
Dog afternoon, everyone.
Wait, railguns are real? Cancelled.
The only railgun I know of was that anime.
Look at this shit.
I like that's a really shitty. They made that flow chart.
This is post
MS
20.
Paint.
This is after 2013, for sure.
That is MS Paint to your flow charts. Look, even like the arrows are like crooked. They're inconsistent. I think I can make a better flow chart than this.
The railgun is nice, but it's the index for me. Look at all these gradients.
The gradients too. Look, that's definitely made on MS
And this
Paint.
is from NAVC. This is from the Navy.
Okay, how old do you think this person was, like, when they made this?
26.
26? No, you can't be 26. Well, 26 in that year? Maybe.
I know someone who, I don't know if she wants me to talk about it, but I know someone who made PowerPoints in in the Marines. Did I make this? No, I did make a diagram. I did.
What's your diagram look
I'm not putting the diagram on stream. You know what it is.
Why? Why? What is it? I just don't know what it is.
I'll talk to you. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Fine.
It's definitely the work of some disgruntled lieutenant. The one. The only. Yeah, it was that one. Sorrel, please, no! I'm not putting that on screen!
I want to know what this is. I'm curious
it's
now.
Unsay-so. It is an Unsay-so diagram.
The more they talk about it, the more I want to see it. You have a compliment for Headless.
Headless, you did really, really good in XCOM, I'm pretty sure, actually. I think you might have died at some point, but I think you did really good until then. So you're a good soldier. The chef needs this. I'll find it later. I'll post it on Twitter. I'll post it on
sex?
Twitter.
What do you mean sex?
Well, I'll explain it later. I'll explain it later.
Oh, I was already told what it was. Someone read you out to me. Ew, that's nasty though. So you rank boat sex?
What?
You have a boat sex diagram?
Yeah, not boats, but yeah. Don't worry about it.
So it's a sex diagram? It's even worse!
Yeah. MS Paint.
Just own it! Own it, bro!
You did a bully redeem? When?
Yoshi! Hey!
Oh, you did an hour ago. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. Dude, you're so French. Your accent is all like... je ne sais quoi. Sorrel, je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi.
Wait, it's to maximize pleasure, but you use boats as an example?
What?
You use boats as an example for...
Yes.
For maximizing play. Oh wait, I think we had this conversation like very early.
Yes, this was not long ago. Viewers, don't worry about this. Forget about this.
I remember that now. I remember.
You're welcome. Okay, let's get on to the next video. It's probably a good time to get to the next video.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the title of this. This is like my favorite YouTube title.
Wait, what is it? 7. I already don't like this.
Okay. 8.
Secretary of the Navy loses battleship to baby.
C10.
Nyaru baby. Hello?
No!
6.
Hello everyone. I'm Nyaru baby.
Oh, come on, you sank
Before.
The Secretary of the Navy losing a game of battleship to a baby. Surprising. What's not surprising is Army losing of the Navy losing ship. The Secretary of the Navy losing a game of battleship to a baby. Surprising. What's not surprising?
Surprising. He lost to a baby.
Sorrel, end this collab.
Go baby.
No.
Go baby. Beat Army. Oh no.
The baby?
Go baby.
Oh, this is a good video. This is relevant to what we did pre-stream.
Oh, Sorrel baby.
No.
I think Sorrel should be baby.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Do it.
I'm not doing this. Someone has to draw it first.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Chroma key test.
This is Sorrel. Can I be honest with you? I'm expecting a lot of education today, and I'm just getting shitpost.
I gave you education. We talked about so much. We talked about a lot. We talked about railguns.
But the shitposts are standing out the most. Boat.
They always stand out the most.
I want a boat.
Here's another video. Here's another SyncX thing. Actually, it's not SyncX. They're just making an artificial reef.
WarHistoryOnline.com.
This is a carrier. This is a carrier that was it was finished after World War II was over, but it was being built during. Like it was finished. It was launched a month later. Like literally a month. 13th of October. The war ended on like the 12th of September, I think. 1945.
Yoshi.
But here they are sinking it. Essex class carrier, USS Oriskany. Go watch this, but went through the baby Sorrel. I don't want to do the baby Sorrel.
Do baby Sorrel.
No. I can't do that.
We want baby Sorrel.
Oh, it's me, baby Sorrel.
Wait, louder. Do it loud. Come on.
Hello, it's me, baby Sorrel.
You sound nasally.
Welcome to my stream.
You just sound like a nerd. Like I want to dunk you in the trash and like pour milk on you.
Hello, everyone.
So where's no. Dude, can I get an F for the ship? Look at it sink. I don't like the way it's sinking.
But it's becoming a reef. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's sad when you see them sink. Ow.
F. That's a lot of Fs.
Dude, look at it. It's just going so slow. It's not gone. It's still right there.
All gone.
No, it's still there.
All gone.
Now it's all gone. Gee, Sorrel.
Great Carrier Reef.
Great Carrier Reef. That's cute. Wow, look at it.
Octopuses.
Look at the fishy.
There's 2 of them there. See if I can pause it the right time. See? 1, 2.
Wow, they're so cute.
Fishies. See, they love it.
I want to eat fishy.
Have you explained what scuttling is yet? I'll explain that in just a second, actually.
Wow.
There it
Helicopter training exercise.
Okay, so the scuttling.
Dude, look at that.
Oh, Sam. Okay, so scuttling. Scuttling. Do you know what scuttling is, Nyaru?
No, I don't know what scuttling is.
Okay, so scuttling is the process under which, so let's say your ship is critically damaged by like an enemy. But like you kind of got away, and like they fucked off. And you don't want the enemy to capture the ship because there might be sensitive information aboard or something, you know?
Yeah.
So you make it sink through controlled means.
Oh.
So it goes down for real. That means you can set off explosive charges somewhere, or you have another ship sink it somehow with torpedoes or something. That is what scuttling is. It wasn't. If it's done.
Do people scuttle with still people like on the boat?
They try to get everyone off first. So usually, if you're in the condition where you can scuttle, you're getting everyone off already. Because you're either going to be at the point where you're about to sink, or there's no way you can save the ship. And so everyone who's not able to get off will come off. And
whoa!
That's a nice brownie. Big old square.
Big old boy.
Open fire with the target.
But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like with the Oh, yeah. I have another question. About scuttling. Do they replace like the bombs like when the ship is built? They press a button and then they just like make it explode, or
there's no self-destruct. No. They have like a storage of like stuff that they could like set up. Like think like placing C4. Sometimes they have stuff like that. It depends. Sometimes they like set off like a timed fuse in like the magazine of the ship and then get everyone to get the fuck out of there.
So I guess like when they escape, would they go off like just would they I guess it would be like just a normal like get in a life raft.
Another boat would
get
pull out? Other boats would pull alongside and then pick people up out of the water and off of the life rafts. And then they'd get the fuck out of there, or get to a distance, torpedo it, and then get it, just kind of leave. Captains of most countries would go down with their ship by choice. I think that happened in the U.S. quite a few times. Most famously, with I don't know how I forgot his name, but the captain of the USS Johnston during the Battle off Samar famously went missing as the ship sank. So it's safe to assume that he went down with the ship. Likely by his own choice, since he survived up to that point with the ship sinking. It's a pretty cool video.
Defense.gov.
How powerful is Javelin anti-tank missile? Top 5 ships crashing into shore.
Oh no.
So this is another boat lesson here. This is if you really want to save money on scrapping, you go to like a developing country and you just kind of beach your ship in a specific place. And it's horrible for the environment and you should never do this.
What's all these people yelling? Are they like stop, stop, stop?
No. This is just the place. See how like the back half of that ship is missing? So it slowly gets pulled onto land after being beached. And then they cut it off into slices and put it on trucks and send it away to God knows where.
For like scraps, right?
Yeah, and you can see here this is Turkey.
Oh yeah, I saw the Turkey flag.
I think this is banned in a lot of countries because it's horrible for the environment. But it's more of a recent development is banning it. But so usually it'd be like Turkey or India or Indonesia, something like that. And they would do this. Used to be kind of a thing in America, but it was done a little bit more smoothly. Like they just pulled the ship all the way ashore, or like build a dam around it out of dirt. Shipbreaking. Yep. People just there scrap it. That's what they're doing. They're just scrapping it on the beach, which is really bad for the environment. Also, they don't care if it hits the other ships as long as it gets onto land, obviously, because it's being scrapped. This is an old cruise liner. Or ocean liner. Kind of the same thing, but some people care about the difference.
What is the difference?
I think like a cruise ship is like more of a vacation thing, and an ocean liner is like you're emigrating. Like think the Titanic versus like a Disney cruise ship.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, looks like it's gonna do some boat sex. Narrowly avoided the boat sex. This is an oiler? I think it's an oil ship? Might be wrong. This is probably also Turkey. Is it the Greek name on the ship? What's number 4? Is that a child or is that a tiny person?
That is a tiny person, obviously.
It's a long one. So, bro, are we gonna to the beach? Stop it!
Oh, is he gonna like plop on top of that fire?
There's a fire behind me, by the way, but maybe.
Why did they put the fire there? Or was it already there?
They're just burning stuff. Again, bad for the environment. This is not like the
polluted, nasty water.
Yeah. What they do.
Thanks for watching.
Wait, what was I saying?
You're saying something about.
Oh, the conscious way to do it. So what you would do is you would go to like a dry dock or a shipyard or something. You're back. What did you miss? The worst way to scrap a ship. The environmentally conscious way to do it is to take them to like a dry dock or a shipyard and have them dismantled fully on land. This is expensive because you have to pay for the ship to be there.
Oh.
More or less. Or the company that does the stuff, it costs money for it to be there. And generally you don't get that much money from scrapping ships, which is why people would also often go to a developing country or a region that is developing, like that in like Turkey, and beach their ship there because they don't have to pay as much money to get it scrapped, because they don't just do it for free. You got to pay money because it costs labor, but also the people who are doing it had to sell it. And I think steel is like record cheap in the last 20 years, and it just keeps getting cheaper. Couldn't you clean it out and sink it? You could. Oh no, the way it works, you sell it to the people bid, and then they give the people who have the ship money to sell it, and then they have to scrap it and make a profit off of what they scrap. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. I had it a little bit mixed up. The metal is soaked in chemicals. Not really, like kind of, but not like it's soaked enough for that to be the case necessarily, for it to be like bad. It's not going to have like asbestos on it. Everyone got rid of that shit, I think. It's probably not going to have lead paint. I don't think lead paint is good for water stuff. Well, it's good for interiors. It's in interiors, but I think it's on the exterior of ships. Yeah, more is that you have to blast all that paint off. But that is the bigger thing. Let me see. Give me just a minute. I'm going to turn off window capture because I have a picture that's relevant. Of a heavy cruiser being scrapped. Let's go. NavSource. NavSource is a wonderful website. Okay, this is safe now. For pictures of boats. And specific boats.
Boats!
I love this website. Great website. Always go to navsource.org if you need certain pictures. So not like the highest res. Any fouling kind on the bottom could be pretty nasty. I'm not a big expert on paint, but I'll take your word for it, Joker. So here's the USS Des Moines. It's got 9 8-inch guns.
Yeah, I see them.
And kind of like a hexagon pattern of 12 total 5-inch guns. Crap. Click the wrong button.
I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, that wasn't even to close the tab. I just clicked next to it. That was weird. Okay. So we're gonna actually scroll down a bit. So this is like all its career. This is like chronological. So this ship wasn't scrapped until the late 2000s, and it's built in the 40s. Because it had a pretty good role that it could fulfill in conflict, and that was remember how the railgun shoots inland?
Yeah.
It does the same kind of thing where it would support beach landings and stuff, like during Vietnam and Korea. And so it's really nice to have a ship like that around because it does help. It's not like the best. I have seen people argue that shelling beaches is dubiously useful, but it does have a goal as being, some guy calls on the radio, yeah, there's this place at this coordinates, I want it blown the hell up. You can count on that. It's not like the most accurate, but you can count on it. And generally you want a bigger gun. And in this case, 8-inch gun is pretty big. How like most like artillery is like 6-inch. That's like normal artillery is like 4 to 6 inches in the shell width diameter. So 8 is even better. Because I don't know. Let me think of the way to say this. As it goes up, the caliber of the shell, the weight of it drastically increases. Exponentially, even. So from a 4-inch shell is going to be like 25 to 30 pounds, I think. An 8-inch shell will be over 500. And so the hitting, the impact of it, and then the explosive mass is greatly increased. And that helps a lot at blowing up bunkers and other things. But there it is. It's not in good shape because they're beginning to take stuff off of it. It is in mothball status here, which means that they put it up in the attic, covered it in mothballs, so that if they really need to, they can spend like 2 months on it to fix it up and get it back into service. Though they need to do other stuff to bring it up to date, because this is a ship that was on mothball for like 20 years. Awaiting her fate.
Awaiting thy fates. Thy fates take tonight.
As you can see, they begin taking off the decking here, the wood decking. Because you can see the steel underneath.
Mm-hmm.
The top's gone, as you can see.
Oh, yeah.
So this is another way that you could do it, is you take off most of the stuff above the waterline and then you bring it ashore. Because it's safe to do it as long as you're not like dumping stuff into the water. There was a big controversy in Baltimore because they were just pouring asbestos into the water in like the 70s when they were scrapping ships.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing about it.
You actually heard about that? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Was it from me?
No, it was from the internet.
Oh. But that's why they'd always talk about those commercials that they used to have. I think everyone that it's relevant to is dead now. But have you or a loved one contracted mesothelioma for working in factories?
Yeah, those. Mm-hmm.
So they just like when they take out the asbestos, they would handle it in unsafe ways because their supervisors didn't always inform them of the risks because, of course, and because they're unskilled. Well, no, they're kind of skilled labor. I would say they're skilled labor if they're breaking ships. But you shouldn't be touching that stuff or standing within like 30 feet of it ever. And when it's in broken up form, if it's staying together and it hasn't been damaged in any way and there's no fibers in the air, you're totally fine. You can like do whatever you want with asbestos. But it's only once it goes airborne or has the potential to go airborne that's a problem. You smoke asbestos. French people smoke anything, dude. I like this picture a lot. I really like this picture.
It's Random Man.
He's proud of himself.
134.
That's the heavy cruiser hull number. So this would be the 134th American heavy cruiser, I believe. I feel like it skips numbers. I list of American heavy cruisers. List of cruisers. Because this is like the kind of thing that has to skip. I don't think there's that many. But that's the scrapping process is done properly, where you just take off the stuff that isn't the bottom, and that way you don't dump stuff in the water. Use a crane to lift it off. Some stuff falls in. That's not as bad. It's not the most friendly, but it's clearly miles better.
Yeah.
List by type. German War Prize. Do those have a separate designation? I just want to go back to that real quick. No. Okay, so CA 19. This is going by class. So light cruisers is CL, heavy cruisers is CA, battleship is BB, destroyers is DD. The second B and the second D don't mean anything. The A means armored, but that's not always strictly true. The V in aircraft carrier is actually in French, where they go CV, and that would be, I believe, voler, which means to fly. So it's, flying cruiser. But it's not really a cruiser, but that's kind of how it started. So that's what it stuck with. Yes, sir. Hello, big guy for you.
Hello, big guy for you.
If I pull that first time chat from viewer off, will you die? Yar.
Yar.
Oh, this is weird. Oh, I don't like that they did this. I understand now. I don't like this at all. Wait. Oh, ew. Okay.
Wait.
Okay, that was like
three.
That was like
ews.
three of them.
Yeah, that was three.
But that was like a legit ew. I don't like this. I'd never noticed this before.
Why? What is it?
So you see the numbers here on this Wikipedia page? I know like my head's in the way.
Yeah. No, I see them on your.
Yeah, you can see them at the top, and you see them on my thing. But viewers, you see them. All the numbers go up for CLs and CAs at the same rate. This is what's really gross about it. Is that it includes CLs in the CA number, I think. Like that they both count for the same numbers. So like you gotta skip. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I'm doing right now. It skips from 75, right? For heavy cruisers to 122.
Mm-hmm.
That's yucky. That is yucky. That is yucky. No good. No good. Alaska. We love the Alaska. Anyway, I made a promise to talk about Dunkerque, which has a fantastic Wikipedia page. It's actually one of the best.
I'm excited for our Kahoot more than anything, actually.
It's going to be soon. It's only 4 questions because I couldn't think of that much and I was trying to rush at the end. So I woke up at 2 p.m.
Well, that's what you get for waking up late.
You're absolutely right. That is what I get. Stayed up too late playing Elden Ring. Actually, no, I was working on this.
What's so good about Elden Ring?
It tickles my funny bone. I actually wasn't playing Elden Ring up late. I told you to prep. I did prep. I prepped all the videos. That's the main thing I did. It took longer.
I mean, you are right. You did prep. You didn't prep for everything.
No. Smeldon Ring. Yes. So this is French battleship / battle cruiser. Doesn't really matter that much. Dunkerque, Sorrel Chama, Dunkerque. It's notable as one of a few ship classes to have all the big guns in the front. This saves on weight. So there's these 2 treaties that happened. The first is the Washington Naval Treaty in 1922. Are you familiar?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So after World War I, Britain, UK, and Japan, they started kind of going a little bit overboard when it came to their ship designs. And this would cause this is kind of a weird thing in context now. It's kind of a weird thing to understand because it's not as much of a thing anymore. It began to cause an arms race that isn't like a nuclear one, which is kind of weird. Usually when we think about it, it makes sense in the nuclear context, but it's very weird when it comes to something that's like a singular unit, like a boat, you know? And they were afraid that they would go to war with each other if they made too many big boats. And they would get progressively more expensive, and it would take more men to do them, and it would just cause a lot of problems. So they agreed on terms that not everybody liked to limit the tonnage and number of ships that a country could have. The ratio for heavy ships was for the signing countries, which is the UK, America, Japan, Italy, and France, in that order. Ships are the nukes of the pre-nuke age. Yep, that's exactly it. That's a good way to put it. We're 553, and I think either 1.75 or 2 for France and Italy. They're kind of, by that point, they're kind of minor powers. Italy got fucked up. Or no, France got fucked up in World War I, so they were kind of in a shitty status for a while. And Italy was Italy. So they kind of got limited there and really hard. So they had to think of like good measures to put a lot of stuff into a ship's size without going overboard on size. Easy being American in a world war. It is. It's also easy being American in the interwar period. Later, they kind of refreshed these with the London Naval Treaty. And then kind of its sequel, but that one's less important. Don't have to worry about that, but it's basically the same rules, just some stuff is expanded. But for battleships, the limit was 35,000 tons in a measurement called standard, which has to do with the amount of fuel and stuff on the ship. Because there's a couple ways you can measure a ship's weight. Like you can measure it with no fuel and no explosives. And you can measure with that. So it's kind of like half. I think it's half load is what standard is. So you'll see that it's 26,500 instead of the 35,000 limit. Which allows them to put more ships into the water. And it's really nice for what it is. This Wikipedia page has like these awesome diagrams that somebody made, where you could see all the different like separations of water and stuff. And it's in English, not like French design documents. Beneath Nyaru is something that says water for washing specifically. Water for washing. Compartment for just that.
Yeah, I see another one like on the right side.
Yeah.
Or left side or whatever.
But like all these things are diagrammed. There is a bomb magazine, which is kind of weird, but so the bombs are for the airplanes. On the back of the ship, there's a catapult, and I believe that's what the bombs are for. I don't know why it's all the way there, but that's like, I guess, the safest place they could have put it anyway, so whatever there. Fresh water tanks, just lost in translation. No, I think that's different. I think water for washing is different somehow. Because this whole diagram's in English. This one's in Russian. Russians really like boat stuff. However, there's one word that's in French here, and it's an important part of this ship.
Ébillonte-mousse.
Which is like...
there's no E in French, isn't there?
What? Yes.
There's no E in French.
There's an E at the end of mousse.
Mousse.
The last letter is silent.
Mousse.
How hard did they butcher your language? I want to say that there's an E in my name. The ebonite mousse it's like vulcanized rubber, right? So one of the damage control things, we talked about damage control earlier when we looked at the first SyncX video.
Yeah.
Of the Oliver Hazard Perry class. So the French came up with this idea, or other people had this idea first, but there's torpedo protection, and that's to protect the important parts of your ship from torpedoes. You can't fit it into the ends of the ship.
Oh.
Like, see how like there's all these like lines? Let me make sure I'm clicked on here. Okay, make sure you see all these like lines that are going horizontally. Like there's one past the yellow layer, and then there's one closer to all the machinery stuff.
Yeah.
Those represent layers of torpedo protection, sort of. Leans in. Why is there a Russian boat plane up there? This is just in Russian. Some like Russians like to make diagrams of boats and stuff. So a lot of it's just not translated. It's fine. This says magazine, I think. This says powder magazine or something. This is talking about water. The other thing on the left is talking about water. And they say this is like ammunition for the 130mm gun. And this is saying like engine room and turbine room, engine room, turbine room. I can't read it at all, but I know that's what it's saying. Russian plan for having good surface navy again. Never. But so usually when you have a torpedo protection system with multiple layers, which is a good way to stop like stuff from going through all at once, because then there's like separate like layers of stuff. So it would be like a layer of water, a layer of like oil, an air layer, and that would like stop explosions and fragments from explosions from going into the crucial parts of the ship, like the magazine or the engine room, because you don't want your engine room getting flooded because none of your stuff's going to work and you're going to be dead in the water.
Yeah.
With the ends, it's less important because there's nothing really essential there except for the stern, which has steering gear and obviously the propellers and the shafts for the propellers, which are kind of important too, but that's a whole nother thing. At the front, nothing really important. So the French came up with a pretty unique way of improving their torpedo defense. I don't know how well it worked because they never really tested it or got it like battle tested. But they would fill a layer with this vulcanized rubber, which is pretty heavy. That's like a lot. That's not as heavy as like liquid. So those are two different engine rooms. Yeah, I guess that would be fore and aft or something. Yeah, that sounds about right, the Benish. But yeah, full of rubber. Hard to get through that. Turns out if you send fragments into rubber, they don't get super far. They slice into it, but they don't. Is there any other fun diagrams? Ooh, this one's so useful. I design boats all the time, so I really like training paying off. This is like the nicest diagram ever. This is like heavenly. So the
what makes it heavenly?
It has everything labeled, and for like different armor areas. So you can see here that there's a blue armor deck on the top. See the blue line on like right where my mouse is?
Yeah.
That's 125 millimeters thick, and then there's a second one beneath that you can see is 40, and you can see all these subdivisions. Yes, they are the plate thicknesses. I don't think any of them are. Sorrel puts this above his bed so you can see it right before he sleeps. I should tape that to like the ceiling. But like you can see how right here, all the way on the left, my head's in the way. So you're gonna. There's a thing that says 150 for the viewers. That is where the rudder is. So there's thicker armor there because if your rudder gets knocked out, you can't turn at all, and you can't maneuver out of the way of stuff, which is really bad. You don't want that to happen. So it's pretty armored. It's not as armored as the parts of the ship that make it do anything though, because it's more important that you don't lose the ability to move than losing the ability to turn. Just ask Bismarck. Exactly. 12 inches of steel. Also, if you wonder what any of these are in inches, I can like instantly do that for you. 225 is like 8 3/4 of an inch, roughly. You can check that on Google. 210 is like 8.3. 50 is 2 inches, pretty much exactly. 100 is roughly 4, a little bit less than 4 inches. 150 is 6, a little bit less than 6. 310 is about 12.1 or 12.2. 250 is 4 millimeters below 10 inches. What is your preferred deck armor thickness?
My preferred deck armor thickness. 69
millimeters. That's about 3.5 inches.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's not bad for a light cruiser. It's actually pretty good. That's
See,
really.
I'm a like
3.5, 2.5.
Like girls,
2.5.
Like girls get the light cruiser.
Ooh. Okay, people die in this one. I have. I'm gonna put on 2 more videos, and then we'll do the Kahoot.
Okay.
People die in this one though, but you don't see them.
Why do they die? Okay, well I'll see.
So this is the MV Arvin breaking in half on the waves.
Jeez.
It's not supposed to.
I don't think it's supposed to happen.
It's not supposed to happen. Same thing happened to Edmund Fitzgerald. Yeah. That's the one from the song.
Holy shit!
This ship was not supposed to be on the ocean, if my memory recalls.
Wait, why wasn't this?
Because it's old and sucks.
And
it's like worn down and worn out. You beat me to it. Oh no. Audio is really wild in my headphones. Is it loud? That's like a Brewski is right in my room.
Soy boy. Holy shit. Holy ships.
Yeah, this is like the last thing you want to happen. Maybe Var is another tragedy on radio too. I don't know if I put on a radio thing because it's hard to like visually show what's happening. Passenger them right into a hurricane. Stupid idiot. Usually it's the captain who does something stupid. It's literally almost always the captain's fault when these kind of things happen. So he tells them to do something they shouldn't. Like there's that very famous NTSB has some decent visuals. NTSB Vardo. Golden Ray? Launching 800,000 pound yacht. I'm not seeing this. But I'm going to put on one more video. We're going to put on a World War II video.
Okay.
And I said I would talk about this kind of at some point. Double check the name. Okay. So there's no audio to this. But this is footage from 1945. Maybe 1946. towards the end of World War II, Japan put a lot of their boats, because they didn't have many left, they just kind of put them in a reserve status of sorts in Kure Harbor, which is near Tokyo, if I do recall. I think. Understandably, as we got closer and closer to Japan, we just kind of pulled up with like 8 carriers and then sent 300 aircraft and bombed them all into hell.
Keck.
And so they're just kind of sitting in harbor.
Yeah.
They're very Pearl Harbor-y. But nobody was really on them, I think, at the time, other than like anti-air crews. But yeah, air attack and sitting in port for like a year. Down maintenance. This ship was converted into being like kind of an aircraft carrier. It has a not a flight deck, but it has a plane handling deck that would have catapults that are right there. Not anymore. Or maybe they were towards the back, I forget. Battle carrier, yeah. And we launched float planes that have bombs on them. Sometimes actual planes, I think that's kind of intended, and then they just ditch. But, yeah. The Japanese bounced up by saying USS Franklin on super fire. That's true. This ship has 14-inch guns. There's 8 of them, launched with 12. 2 were taken off after... So the sister of the ship, this is Ise. At least it says it's Ise. I'm not sure 100%. I'm not that much of a nerd that I can visually identify them by slight differences in like. Yeah, this. You
don't have that much autism yet.
This rangefinder is actually 2 feet to the left on the other ship. I can't do that. But its sister Hyuga had an explosion on I think my birthday. In one of its magazines, and they decided to just take them off and put it into a half carrier, as they were losing planes and carriers rapidly after Midway. And so they said, we gotta have something that can put airplanes into the air. So they said, why don't we put them on a battleship? Not the greatest idea, but it's something. But here you can see American people inspecting the ship. This is post-war. The ship would then be scrapped and turned into cars and refrigerators, I presume. If it's made of metal,
somewhere out there, there is a refrigerator made of a battleship.
Yeah, like a 1947 refrigerator.
Yo, I kind of want that.
A lot of medical equipment is made using these kinds of old ships that were scrapped during like the 90s and the early 2000s. Because I don't totally get this. But so steel that's made before like the massive nuclear testing, because we detonated like 10,000 nukes in tests. Like it's an absurd amount. Let me pull this up on my own. Number of nuclear tests. There have been a total of 2,056 plus 2 nuclear detonations. Performed total 528 in the atmosphere. Plus 2 for Hiroshima and Nagasaki, if you want to be technical. That's what that plus 2 was. And 1,528 underground tests, which are a little bit more environmentally conscious. Old bridges work well. They just use tons of power and have no space. And they have like toxic chemicals that you have to use to make it work. You yelled at for you playing with a ton of nukes in the Sahara. The French, yeah.
I went to I got a mini fridge like about a month ago or 2 months ago, and they had like those old like 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s I think it went back to like at least like 50s, maybe 60s refrigerators. And oh my god, they were like, if you want one of these, yeah, you need to buy like the special chemicals just to like make them work or whatever.
Yeah, it's awful. No good. And those chemicals are horrible for the environment too.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Big Guy for You kind of gets into it. So steel made after that tends to have it's more equal to the normal amount of background radiation that we currently have, which isn't that much. It's not like enough to be worried about. But when you're dealing with medical instruments, they need to be precise, especially if they're like looking at radiation or something. So you need steel that doesn't have that background radiation in it. And so that's what the steel from these old ships is really good for. and it's worth a lot of money compared to other steel. However, there's not that many ships that you can scrap that are like that anymore. So that's one problem. How do people get around it? Well, in countries like Malaysia and Indonesia and sometimes China.
More than likely often.
China. Actually, I think in one case, yes, China. In one specific case, people will. This is illegal in the country. They will find shipwrecks from World War II and dredge them up, and then scrap it.
Ooh.
That's very not nice for moral reasons and for history reasons and environmental reasons, because they're so full of oil and stuff.
I can definitely see China doing something like that, honestly.
Again, it's illegal in China. It's not like the government is sponsoring it. This is like a piracy type thing. It's super illegal in like Indonesia. There's a lot of shipwrecks from like the Battle of Java Sea that are gone. Yeah, that's a moral thing. It's like a grave, basically, that like they're defiling of like 200, 300, 400, 500 people in some cases. But yeah, they're getting dredged up and turned into scrap metal for something. Who even knows if they're using it on medical instruments? That would be better than probably what they're getting used for, like construction. But yeah, that's what scrap goes to. In a good example of scrapping of ships, in 1945, battleship Tirpitz.
Tirpitz?
German battleship. We're going to see a no-no symbol on screen. This is not Wikipedia. I want Wikipedia. Ignore the no-no symbol.
Oh no.
Was sunk by British bombers using dam-busting bombs that like bounce on the water and roll.
It's okay. It's fine. If it's for educational reasons, it's fine. You're educating me right now.
That's a safe picture. It was sunk in a harbor in Norway because the Germans captured Norway for the most part. They used dam busting bombs and really big bombs that are like 20,000 pounds. Like it's an absurdly large bomb. They dropped those on Tirpitz. It rolled over and sank in port. And then, because the British were like terrified of these for like kind of goofy reasons, more than it needed to be, because the Germans employed a strategy of convoy raiding, which means that they would sink convoys, and that would also tie up British resources. So like, yeah, they'd send out like one ship, like one battleship, and that can't do much against like 6. But in order for the British to feel secure in hunting it down, they need to send like 6 battleships, 10 cruisers, and like 2 aircraft carriers, which could be doing something else that would be more harmful to the German side of the war effort. Which is in some cases a good thing, to just lead them along on a goose chase. And so they would just frequently try to sink Tirpitz, even though the Germans knew that they wouldn't be able to do anything competing with it by like 1945 or 44, whenever it was sunk. But so in the years following, like the 20 years following, they slowly began to scrap it. I think it's 20 years or so, 10, in this harbor in Norway. And its armor plates are still used partly as pothole covers.
Hello?
In like the Norwegian towns nearby. Let me see. I think you can also buy like knives made from its steel, which is kind of weird.
That is kind of weird.
I'm not a.
I mean, I guess I could see the novelty in it, but at the same time, like
Reddit.
Yeah.
Well, they have a picture here. Yeah, they have a picture on Reddit that works. So, like, you can't tell that this is what it's from by looking at it, but this is in Oslo, which is, I think, a little bit far from there, but that's what that's supposed to be. An armor plate from Tirpitz to cover a work hole. That's pretty cool. But now, I think, we're going to move on to
Kahoot.
Kahoot.
It's Kahoot.
It's boats for Nyaru.
Boats for Nyaru. Let's go. Okay, hold on. I gotta go on Kahoot on my phone because I prefer it on my phone.
Okay, well, there's 10 slots, so I'm going to hide this for a second so you get in for sure.
Yay. Boom, 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 boom. I love the Kahoot theme song. Okay. And I'm guessing because once you put the Yes! Turn that shit up.
Fuck
I'm
it.
guessing once I get in, everyone else can join.
Yeah. There's a limit of 10 because I'm not paying money for this shit. So if any 10 people want to get in,
Okay.
please use appropriate names. That's fine, Nyaru. That's okay.
No, it's fine.
That's okay, but chat, be good boys and good girls. That's all I have to say.
No.
Theme, it's Chinese New Year.
Because I'm here. You guys can do whatever you want.
What?
Don't change the lobby music! There you go. Crime.
No! Bad. Okay,
No,
be responsible.
Don't do that.
It's 615-6621.
Here, just show the thing.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
We have Kahoot at home.
Boo. Boo, boo, boo.
Kahoot at home.
Boo, 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 boo.
Calico is here.
Calico. Murray Melody.
Maury Calliope.
Maury Calliope. Real yet, fuck you. Airman Joker. Do you like the Joker movie? I have to ask.
It's her favorite movie.
I watched it so many times when it came out. We can get in 5 more people, by the way. Like the recent one.
I watched it twice when it came out and I slept in the theater the second time. Anyone else? 5 more. We got 5 slots.
We got 5 more slots.
We got 5 slots for the 4 questions.
I want to see funny names. Please.
And they better be appropriate.
They better be Twitch safe.
Twitch
okay?
safe, that's the word. Twitch safe.
It should be under Twitch TOS.
Putting a lot of trust into you guys.
Yeah, I've seen it like 60 times. So what? Keep scrolling.
Can't even fill a Kahoot lobby. You and Nina. Did Nina at least get less than me? Mint and Stella. Okay, we got 7.
Dog morning.
Dog morning.
Dog morning.
Dog morning, everyone.
Dog afternoon.
They brought police in. You went to the one Joker showing where something actually happened, dude. That's crazy. Dog evening.
Dog evening. Dog morning. Dog afternoon and dog evening, everyone.
Dog evening, everyone.
Dog evening, everyone.
Alright, is that all 7?
We got the Fumo face. Is
that what that is? Yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah, it's the Fumo face.
You have a Fumo here, dude.
Dude, oh my god, I can't believe it. Famous. We got Fumos.
Alright, I think we'll start. We're gonna start counting down. We're gonna count down
We have
to 30.
a decent amount.
Thank you for the follow, Kenya Tamura. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll be starting this Kahoot in 30, 29, 28. Yoro Yo-Yo!
Yo! Hello!
Is that the real Yoro? Is that the real Yoro?
Is she here? No, she's not here.
24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19,
Bussy,
18,
Pussy,
17,
Bussy,
16,
C,
15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Kenya.
5,
We have 1 more slot.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
1.
Nyaru is so vulgar. She is.
Yeah, and
She's so gross.
don't say it.
I felt like tension. I was about to say it, and like I had like
I felt the tension too.
Like my spider sense tingled.
My spider senses are tingling. Alright, start it.
Okay,
I'm
hopefully this
horrible
doesn't
at
show the
Kahoots, by the
answers.
way.
Votes for Nyaru. Okay, everyone. I tried to move us out of the way. Ew!
I like how you spelled my name. Thanks. 7.
Okay, what does a steam
turbine do?
Oh god, I'm in the way.
Shoots powerful attacks like enemies. Shit. Come on, who hasn't answered?
Missing one person. You know who you are.
Missing one person. There you go. Yeah! I'm smart!
Good job. So steam turbine makes it move.
Who picked that one?
I wish
Who
I could
picked
find
it?
out.
I want to find
Probably
out
can
too,
at
so I
the
can
end.
roast them.
I can at the end, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Callie Calico is in the lead.
What do you mean, Callie Calico?
Oh, I'm in the way
lead?
still. I'm gonna be tiny.
Fuck that! I'm gonna beat them.
Got little Sorrel.
Click next.
I'm sorry, I was making myself small because it's in the way. People could. Oh, you're in the way too. Let me make you small. Oh no, now you are.
Like
You do look like you do look like baby Nyaru now.
Hold on, I can flip.
Whoa!
There you go.
Okay. You gotta be small for this Kahoot. We're just in the way of everything. Question 2. What caliber are the main guns on the Congo? Main?
Wait, what caliber guns are the main guns on the Congo class? Oh, fuck if I know. I'm gonna look that up.
We mentioned what they are, but not on it. This is actually something that I said. I wanted to make sure I talked about this.
Well, you didn't talk about it.
I talked about a gun's caliber twice during this stream.
Yeah, but on the Congo class, you didn't mention the Congo class.
It can only be one. I mentioned 2 gun calibers, and it can only be one of these. Because the other one is in here. Two answers remaining. Why is it 200 seconds? We're not waiting 4 minutes for this. One more. Take your time, it's okay.
Who is it? Come on. Oh, okay. There they go.
Okay, we had... Oh. Uh-oh, we got a lot of wrong answers. This will create a gap here.
Oh, no. I can't believe I actually remembered that.
You got it. Good job.
Yay.
So we got Mermaid Melody rapidly climbing up. Big gain. Big gain.
Okay, true or false? Jack Fisher was based. Oh no, I hate this music. This is the worst song because it makes me feel anxious. You know, I'm gonna pay for a Kahoot so that way I can.
Good job, everyone answered correctly. Speed is armor.
I'm gonna pay for a Kahoot so that's way I can have a streak.
Blissey has a streak with 3 answers in a row. Callie Calico's on top, by the way. I'm in the way of that, but that's who's on top. Yes.
Yes.
Last question.
Quiz. What class was HMS?
Dreadnought.
Fuck if I know, I'm gonna get this wrong.
This is a stumper. And I'm gonna roast people. People are gonna get roasted.
You're gonna probably roast me. You're gonna roast me. Yeah, you should roast me.
It was a troll. It was a troll. Everyone picked the troll answer.
Everyone picked the troll answer. I'm in the top 5 though. Let's go.
Mermaid Melody in number 3. Airman Joker in number 2.
Wow, who could
and
it be?
Callie Calico in number 1.
Callie Calico is the Bo Genius. Congratulations.
Runners up Bussy
you
and
win.
Fumo Face.
Yeah.
It'd be like calling a plane the airplane. Exactly. That's why the Dreadnought class was the correct answer. You were 3 of them?
You were all 3. You had 3 devices going.
I thought that was Whistler. I thought Whistler was Callie Calico.
Yeah, I thought Callie Calico would be Whistler.
What the heck? What the heck? That's the plot twist of all time.
That is a plot twist.
You're a real Nyaru. I don't skinwalk.
Obviously.
Rick Hare's a skinwalker.
What if they were just skinwalking each other? 69% correct. Let's go.
Have you stopped sharing your screen? Okay, I will stop this for just a second in case it shows something sensitive.
I'm watching. Whoa, it shows all your Yoda, you need help. Kenya didn't even finish.
Need help. Yo.
Can you send that? Can you screenshot that and send it to me? I want to send it to her without any context.
Paint.
Paint Pecco.
No, paint. It's Paint Pecco.
Oh, Paint Pecco. Why Paint Pecco though?
That was in Paint.
Thank you. I really want to send it to her
Tapped
without
in
any
too
context.
late. Don't worry, you're good. Let's see. Let's see the total scores of all 9 players. Well, you did better
like 4 out of 5.
than Yoro. You did better than Yoro. Okay, so
I'm gonna send it to her.
So the full ranking is Cali Calico, Airman Joker, Mermaid Melody, Nyaru, Fumo, Real Nyaru.
Oh, come on, say it.
Bussy, Real Nyaru,
Yay!
Minch Castella, Kenya, and Yoro Yo-Yo. Yoro Yobo. Need help. Didn't finish.
I just said that to her without any context, so I'll see how she replies.
Glad that everyone responded correctly to the most important question. Oh.
Okay, she said, what does that mean? I told her I played a Kahoot.
What?
On a collab, and someone used your name and got last
69.
place.
69.
69.
Okay, so all that's left, we're going to do like maybe one more thing. Is that all right? Because it's, I think you said you wanted to do 2.5 hours, so we're a bit over that now.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep you forever because you probably got to like make your dog do backflip training or something.
Yeah. No, I gotta teach him how to sniff out the best pussy, and then we're gonna do more.
How to sniff out cocaine in marijuana.
Actually, there are Shibas that can do that in Japan.
And now there's gonna be Shibas that do that in your house.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he knows exactly where. I have family that comes over sometimes from like Georgia, but since like weed isn't technically like 100% legal in Georgia yet.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can you make your live 2D normal size? Would that be okay? The not full body for a second? Thank you. Because I don't want to make it super massive.
Then it's all pixely and gross.
Yeah. There you go. That's good.
Stretch for viewers. Stretch that pussy for me. Let's go.
You don't have to do that if you don't feel comfortable doing that.
They kind of have to. I'm here.
They kind of have to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they kind of have to.
I don't make the rules, it seems.
Mm-mm.
I made Nyaru shorter than me this time.
No, I'm taller than you. I'm always gonna be taller than you. You're just. This is a cope. This is a cope.
No.
One big cope.
No. No.
Yes. Cope.
No. Where's my video? We're gonna sing a song. Can't be a special event stream without Sorrel has no legs. I have legs. Look, I have pants too. Give me a second. I gotta pull this up. Yes, I do. I gotta pull this up. That's the Elden Ring progression map. That's not it. That's not it. That's me as Punished Snake. Where are you? Picture.
He lost the picture, everyone.
No,
it's over.
It's got a weird file name. It's like, yeah, there it is. This. I highly recommend this artist if you want a boat person drawn, by the way. It's like Aki0107_Inika. Great artist on Skeb. Please commission them.
He wears shorts.
Shorts on shorts.
Oh yeah, it is short on shorts.
It's awesome. Legs.
Yeah, I could see what people mean by whenever they say that you're very bullyable. I don't know, something about your whole look is just very bullyable.
Not my personality, just my look.
No, not in your personality. It's all coming together now.
All coming together. It's all coming together. Wait, I just realized. What did you just realize? Earth's legs now. Albuquerque. This dude is wearing cutoff slacks.
Albuquerque? Claire gets it. Claire gets it.
What the heck? I can't believe this. I can't believe this VTuber with more clout is bullying me on my own stream.
I mean, like, hold on. Hold on.
You're confined to your cage, vile woman. He's a little bit too big.
Hello, cute. Boat guy. No. Go back. No.
I know how to stop demons like you.
I think the proper term is succubi.
Demons. Sorry. We're going up a level. Okay, let me see. Do I still have this pastable? So we're gonna be singing Over There.
Ah! What is this over there? American patriotic song?
It's from World War I. You've heard this. If you've watched the movie, you've heard this song. I'm not putting that song on, Ricky. Over there. Over there. Send the word. Over there. Cause the Yanks are coming.
Oh, that's Yab.
The Yanks are coming. That's Yab? That's Yab?
I thought that was a Yab word.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good. That just means Americans. I don't think that's a Yab. Is that a Yab word, Chad?
I don't know. I always thought it was a Yab word. I just assumed, actually.
No, you're good.
No? Okay.
It's like been used derogatory, but it just means like Americans or like Northerners. It doesn't mean anything actually bad.
Okay.
Coming everywhere. So prepare. Say a prayer.
Say a prayer.
Send the word. Send the word to beware. That's the over. We're coming over. We won't come back till it's over there. What do you prepare? Stop that. Put your heart into it. Okay, Fleur, I'll put my heart into it.
Put your heart? Okay, hold on. I barely remember this song. I only heard it a couple times. Please understand.
We gotta chill for a minute. Calm down there, Chad. Calm down there, Chad.
Look at the little horse tail. Look at that.
That horse has a tiny tail. Full loot, please. Is it this button?
Ew.
What? America's answer. Hoorah! There's like an intermission. Over there! Over there! Send the word! Send the word! Over there! As the Yanks are coming! The Yanks are coming! The drums tumbling everywhere! So prepare! Say a prayer! Send the word! Send the word to beware! We'll be over! We're coming over! It won't come back till it's over. It won't come back till it's over there. We won't come back till it's over there. This is a fun thing that just showed up. I think there's like another. Yeah, that's quiet though. So, in this video, you can see that he wrote something something New York on this artillery shell. People something something New York. To me, it says like with love from the people of New York. Times Square?
Times Square?
Maybe Times Square? That looks like an I, that looks like an M, E, S.
Yeah,
S,
Times
Q.
Square, New York. From Times Square. Oh, from Times Square, New York.
Yeah. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. For sure. Okay. So I think that's about all that I've got. I mean, I have more videos, but I think we're past our runtime a bit. So I'm sorry about that if I went over too much.
That's okay. You just have to apologize to Yoshi, even though he's actually sleeping with his little wife
on
pillow right now.
I can't put that song on, and you know that.
No,
shut up. No, we're muting her. We're muting her. No, that's Yav. That's Yav. Yes, that's Yav. I have her muted. You do know who sang and composed that song, right? The bad guys. The really bad guys. It might predate that, but that's the people who used it. No good.
They used it.
It's really funny to see our bouncy model. No audio. Muted Nyaru. I have the power here. She thinks she has the power here. She's not saying anything now. I don't actually have her muted.
Okay.
So she just kind of made a big fool of herself there, trying to prank us while not saying anything.
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
All right, let's see who's on. Who's going to get startled by Sorrel rating them with 20 people?
Olivia can be startled.
Let me look at the full list real quick. Get that pulled up. Is Olivia on? I don't know if I follow. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, Olivia's on. She's on right now. She's playing War Robots, actually.
Okay, let me find Olivia. Oh, Olivia's in my recommended. That helps. Do I have this window muted?
Oh my god, I just got an ad for my Chobani little yogurt drink. Amazing.
Well, apparently she's actually just RT game. Where did Olivia? Did Olivia just raid RT game?
No, she's still here.
That was weird. I clicked it and it took me to RT game, so.
Mine just had a glitch. I know sometimes Twitch does that.
Yeah, that was really weird. That was really weird. Maybe it just changed at the exact second. Iron Mouse? Is Iron Mouse on?
No, Iron Mouse is not on, I think.
I would have considered that immediately.
No.
Why? Are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared of Iron Mouse.
I'm scared of Iron Mouse.
I am. Well, I think we should rate Olivia.
I'm like the Iron Mouse of men. Yeah, we're gonna rate Olivia. Let's see. Do I have Nyaru emotes even unlocked? I don't think I have the Nyaru.
I just use Olivia.
Oh, this guy got affiliate? That's awesome. The person apparently I have a good
Here you go.
channel.
I got you. And then I don't have Sorrel emotes. Wow, that's kind of.
It's okay. Yeah. We don't have each other's emotes. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'll use this. I make a really obnoxiously long raid message.
There we go. No, I hate those. I shortened mine out because I realized some people actually get upset at that. So I only do 4 lines.
Here's the alternative. We can do both if you'd like. I'd like Sorrel 3 Berry. Thank you, Odette, for making that awesome emote. She's pumping those out now, I think, for a bunch of people, which is awesome. Those are really nice.
I want a berry. Yeah, I've always wanted a berry of myself.
Ask Odette.
Who? Odette?
Yeah.
I don't know what she likes.
Also, we're about to raid, so have a good night, everybody. It's about to run.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Sorrel.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.